podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes. As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again. ¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Tuesday, March 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, and it is 6 p.m. Central Time. We're talking Canelo Alvarez being accused of avoiding the African-American fighter. The African-American fighter. That is what Terence Crawford is saying. But I think if we dive in a little bit deeper, he's being a little more specific than that, and I quote, he shied away from Jermall Charlo and Andrade for a long time. When you look at Canelo's career, it's like he shied away from the black fighters. I think the black fighters give him the most problems. I'm going to just say from the door, I think maybe this is partially true. Definitely not true in its entirety. To say that he's shied away from the black fighter throughout his career, that's a complete fabrication. And in fact, he's fought so many black fighters that it just makes Terence Crawford look like a bit bitter, hater, upset that maybe he's not in the position of Canelo. But when he's talking specifically to Jermall Charlo and about Demetrius Andrade, now that maybe hits a little closer to home for some of the Canelo detractors and the Andrade and Charlo fans. But this is what we're going to be talking about. The fact that Terence Bud Crawford, arguably number 3 on the pound-for-pound list, is saying that arguably number 1 on the pound-for-pound list is afraid of Jermall Charlo, or rather, his words, shied away from Charlo and Andrade for a long time. And then he says, when you look at it, it's like he shied away from black fighters. I think black fighters give him the most problems. And look, maybe if you aren't, one of the guys that like are big on, I don't know, your background and ancestry and shit like that, then maybe you don't, consider Laura black fighter because, you're like, well, he's not black American, he's Afro-Cuban. And maybe you don't consider Daniel Jacobs a black fighter because it's like, oh, well, he talks too nice. He talks too nice and he's from fucking, Brooklyn. So, no, he's not black enough. Maybe Floyd wasn't a black fighter. Maybe he was too rich to be considered black and he was green because he made all the money in boxing and he gave you the green plan. I don't know. But the fact that people are running with this statement when they've watched the sport, it's quite interesting to see the power Terence Bud Crawford has over people. But Francis, I'm sorry, man, I kept you for a while. I was very long-winded. That was about a 5-minute introduction. What's up? Moore's house. Francis, we here. Let's do it. What's going on?
How we live?
Yo, how do we follow that up, man? You came in fire today, man.
I just don't get it, man.
Bullet, that's came in fire all the day. Bop, bop, bop. Yo, Morehouse, what up, bro?
How we living? How we living?
Yeah, we
Everybody
blessed.
out there, TBV land. Hope everybody's doing well as always.
Yeah, man.
First and
Shout out to my Lord and
foremost-
Savior for another one, because without him, none of this would be possible. And yes, Ness, this does make Terrence seem just a little bit salty. I don't know about what though. That's what's bothering. Like what
Position
would
of
garner
power.
this out of himself, of his character, who he doesn't normally do interviews, and to say something like this is what's really getting me right now.
Well, I mean, he always does an interview with Akim Barak. Shout out to Akim Barak, the Sweet Scientists. They the one got this exclusivo with Terence Bud Crawford. It's really tearing up the internet. As he said that Canelo has shied away from Jermall Charlo and Andrade for a long time. And I think that's the one part that I can agree on. Especially listening to Jermall Charlo's interview this morning with, Brian Custer in the Last Stand podcast, and him saying, well, I was at 54 with Canelo, and then I moved up to 60, and I was at 60 with Canelo. Now if I move up to 68, I'll be at 68 with Canelo. And it's like, damn, he really didn't get that fight for a long time. Everyone else kind of, sort of did. So, I mean, I can see or give Bud some sort of credence in his statement, or at least the partial statement.
I could give Bug credit with Andrade, but not Charlo, because are we gonna just not take in consideration the fact that he signed that huge Dazn deal? I mean, you know damn well Charlo wasn't going to the zone, and you know damn well Dazn wasn't gonna let them go over to PBC.
I think the truth is people are going to say Morehouse is unfair for you to give Canelo a pass just because he signed a Dazn, because he wasn't fighting with Dazn when Charlo was at 54 or 60, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe 60, I'm not sure.
So that's count for that, right? Because he was with Golden Boy, and he was, doing what he's doing, and the opportunities were there for that fight to happen. For whatever reason, he went another way.
Wasn't Tony Boswell a heavyweight that was trying to fight?
Yep, 5'5", 240. He's 44.
Oh, I got to get the statistics.
5'8". My apologies, 5'8".
I got a new heavyweight, Tony, so let me get those statistics, and we'll get them to you. Please contact me on Instagram at NestGTO or on Patreon, and this way I can be able to communicate with you. I have someone in mind for you. I just need to be told his statistics and dimensions, and then I can forward that information to you. But without a form of communication, that can't be done. But thank you for the super chat that says here to support either way. Well, we appreciate the support. We talking boxing. We got some other super chats coming in. He chose to use a Cash App, which saves us 30% that YouTube likes to get us for.
How do you do that, man?
I don't know.
Why you do that, man?
Why I do that or why they do that?
I thought you were reading an imaginary super chat off the screen. I'm here looking hard as hell.
Nah, it was a Cash App super chat.
Yeah, no, I was like, holy, shout out to Tony, man.
Tony Boswell. Listen, Count Drago got the actual Cash App right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where you could just go ahead and subscribe and help us get to 119,000. Really, we want 120 by my birthday, May 31st. Tell a friend that I want no gifts, just subscriptions. But Count Drago says, Mayweather, Jacobs, Lara, Trout, Kirkland, etc. Unless Charlo moves to super middleweight, he ain't ducking anyone. Same with Andre. Canelo is done at 160. Yeah. I forgot about Kirkland.
When he was at 160, he fought the two fights all the fans were clamoring for, which was a Triple G fight.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Charlo was not the boogeyman. The boogeyman.
Not all the fans, fellas. I can't agree with you.
That's not true, man. Charlo was not the boogeyman. Gennady was the boogeyman. Gennady was the one that had the slogan, "Give me my belt. Give me my belt." Like, Mexican style. He's not Mexican. This is Mexican style. Guys, you want show. You want drama show. Just call me.
He talked his way into a fight, bro.
That's who the public thought Canelo was.
And he talked his way into it with Abel Sanchez being the Mexican trainer.
I disagree,
it was maybe they thought he would have imparted some of that Mexican style onto him. I don't know what they were thinking, but you know what I mean? So he talked his way into that fight. I'm not sure that, maybe if Charlo would have done something like that early on, maybe he would have got the fight.
I disagree, man. The world was saying Canelo was ducking Gennady Golovkin. He had all the belts at 60. He had beat Jacobs at 60. What Charlo did at 60
I can agree with that.
When Gennady was fighting Daniel Jacobs at 60, who was Charlo facing? You know? When Gennady was facing Canelo twice, who was Charlo facing? Who was Andre facing? I don't even understand.
Facing Charles he was facing Julian Williams. You know, he's facing those guys at the time of that.
Check this out. Huh? So Bud is sitting here saying, "Oh, he avoided Charlo and Andrade, right? But he was busy. It looks like to me he was busy with Gennady, right? So if he avoided Charlo and Andrade, then what have Charlo and Andrade been doing? If Canelo's avoiding them, what the hell are they doing? Right?
Well, someone in the chat just said, responding to my statement in the opening, that Charlo said he would go to the zone for a one-fight deal. And but that was to fight Andrade. That wasn't to fight Canelo. That they were talking about Charlo versus Andrade.
I don't even know if it's for Andrade, bro, because based off the interview, you know, he made it clear, $7 million, we getting that, bro. That ain't enough, bro. It's a unification, so I don't know. And don't get me wrong. If he really is touching $7 million per fight, well then yeah, $7 million ain't right for a unification. But let's not forget Teofimo just took 1.5 to do a unification. Now he in a position of power and he got a career high payday. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to remember that the decisions you decide to make, you know, you got to live by them.
That's a fact. Yo, let me jump in here real quick, man. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Sorry for trying to make you a heavyweight. You 5'8", 165. My apologies. I got that all wrong. But shout out to TikTok Boxing with the super chat that said Floyd, Trout, Jacobs, Lara, Kirkland, out of 58 fights, that's not a lot. Bud was speaking facts.
Word. Okay, how many Mexicans Bud fought? How many Ukrainians Bud fought? Like, could we just pick any nationality or ethnicity and start saying that someone's ducking them because they don't have what? How many do you need? Obviously, if 5 and 6, which Canelo has fought, isn't enough, how many is enough? How many is enough? Do you need to have what? Do you need to have 2 every 5 fighters? Or should it be 1 every other fighter to please you guys? Like, this is a ridiculous conversation, man. The race card is the card that's chosen to use when there is no other argument, man. His resume can't compare to Canelo's. That's the bottom fucking line. If Canelo's avoiding black fighters, well, then Terence is avoiding elite fighters. I said if Canelo's avoiding black fighters, well, Terence is avoiding elite fighters because he ain't fought an elite fighter yet.
Ooh, man.
Shots fired.
The fuck is we talking about here? We're gonna have a bunch of weirdos calling in trying to defend the bullshit. Like, don't defend the bullshit. Tell that motherfucker get in the ring and fight a number 1 in something. A number 1 at something, man. Not no fucking IBOs number 1s and not no dudes that won fucking titles that nobody never heard of, man. Just like y'all tell. Because if Canelo is avoiding Charlo because he was fighting Liam who got a belt, right? And Liam ain't nobody. Well, then what the fuck is the difference? What the fuck is the difference? Because if Canelo's avoiding you and he's fighting dudes with belts, Callum ain't nobody, Liam ain't nobody, Rocky ain't nobody, Jacobs ain't good enough, Gennady, really, you ain't beat him. So then who is Jermall and Andrade destroying that got these dudes thinking Canelo's ducking them? Or is it just because they simply out there and not facing any? I'm lost, man. I'm lost. I'm so lost.
We got a counterpunch from Mr. CYP.
Let's go.
Wait, ready.
Yo, we can get this started right now. I want to talk to Morehouse first. Morehouse, man. Andrade was on the zone before all of them. He got a belt at 160. He didn't get Canelo or Triple G. So what the fuck makes you think if Charlo bring his black ass over there, he about to get these dudes? Sometimes people who don't know nothing about race need not even comment. Just let everybody else talk. Because that makes no sense. Everybody knows Andre been over there and ain't getting no love from Triple G or Canelo. Them two dudes fight who the hell they want to fight. You can't make them dudes fight nobody that they don't want to fight. So yes, you ducking. When you become the mandatory, that's all you got to do. Mandatory trumps all opinion. Opinion don't matter when you the mandatory and you earn your spot. Opinion don't matter. Popularity don't matter. Money don't matter. When you earn your spot, like every single person is allowed to do, earn your spot. get an equal opportunity.
I mean, it definitely matter. It definitely matter because Charlo
CYP,
ain't
did
get
you
it.
not listen to what I said? I said I could understand where he's coming from with Charlo,
but not with Andrade.
Not with Andrade, because Andrade was there on Dazn. So I don't know what you yelling at me for.
Yeah, he misunderstood you, you know. But yeah, you know, Morehouse was making it clear that he agrees with Terence about Charlo, or rather, not about Charlo, because you can't say someone's ducking someone from another network.
Same side, yeah, you're not the same side.
But he does feel you can claim I was about to call Canelo Oscar. He said he does feel you can claim Canelo is avoiding Andrade, who is on the same side of the street. Plus, remember, there's an article that they were asked Canelo about Andrade, where he was like, "Oh, Andrade's a boring fighter," you know what I mean? And boring fighter is code for he moves too much. He don't want to stand and fight. You know what I mean?
That's all it means. You better tell him.
So, you know, I could see anybody that's like, well, yo, man, he avoided Andre, but the Charlo thing is just a little bit more difficult. They were never really on the same side. I guess maybe was there once upon a time that they were? I don't even know if there was once upon a time that they were on the same side, like when Canelo and Golden Boy and everybody was like one big happy family. But that back then, you know, fucking Canelo was fighting Josecito Lopez's of the world and the wanting to fight the Victor Ortizes. So I know Charlo's wasn't even on his mind, and I doubt Charlo had a belt back then, because I remember when Canelo did that Josecito Lopez pay-per-view. I think that's when Chavez and Sergio Martinez did theirs in the Thomas and Mack Center same day. So I don't know. But it's funny, man. It's funny like that. I mean, is it me or is it not ironic that we're having a resume debate and Crawford's involved in this? Like, he should really be the last one talking about anybody's fucking resume. I'm dead ass serious. It's crazy that people like, you know, this is what happens. You know, Crawford, he mentioned the right name, so it's triggered certain people to become his fan for the day and you know, jump on his statement. But the truth is, you know, as a real boxing fan, you shouldn't be giving Crawford a pass to talk about Canelo, who's really facing dudes and undisputed so many divisions. This dude is like fighting who exactly, Mo? Like, who is he fighting that he got the right to say anyone's avoiding? You avoiding Earl. You don't want to take 30%. You don't want to take 40%. And you got one belt thinking you deserve 50%. When it was Wilder,
night, he said he didn't want even Ortiz.
But listen, when it was Wilder wanting 50% against AJ, the world claimed he was avoiding the fight. But it's Terence wanting 50% against Earl, and he's not avoiding the fight. Meanwhile, we're gonna talk about Canelo. This is just insane to me.
Shinobi super chat from Mr. J.
Yo, before you go there, man, fuck all that. This dude got me triggered, man. Yo. He's lined up to fight unification. That is scheduled. We got an arena. Like, we got an arena, we got a date, we got a broadcaster. What has Crawford got on the table? So now Canelo's supposed to say to himself, yo, we ain't fighting nobody who got a belt unless they black.
Well, he didn't tell us yet, because apparently he was saying while he was muttering while he was on camera that he got bigger fish. You know, he got bigger things to take care of. So he don't need a Virgil or Arrow right now. He got bigger things. We don't know what that is, but
so should Charlo only fight Mexicans so he don't get told he's avoiding? Like, I mean, should he only be like, yo, I'm fighting Jaime and Canelo only? Like, I'm so lost with this topic, man. Shit is mad corny, man.
Yo, they're not even in the weight class. You want to fight them? Get your weight up now. Get your weight up now if you're really speaking that.
Morehouse, you can't use that word now.
Yes. Because they're starting to make a name for themselves. Back then, they weren't shit.
Class. No, he was in the weight class. They gonna say he ain't shit now. He just did a pay-per-view that a lot of people would say wasn't the greatest.
Who?
Jermall.
I mean, I don't know. I think that pay-per-view was not the greatest, but definitely not a complete fail. Like, doing the math.
Not. So based on what Morehouse just said, that back then, even though they were in the weight, they were nobody. But people can argue now that they're still kind of
I mean, I don't know what argument you gonna make. Where you gonna argue Canelo ducking a dude that did 120,000 pay-per-views with his little brother on the undercard? Like, yo, y'all sound so stupid. Like, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. You know, for anybody that comes back and says, "Oh, well, what did Liam bring to the table?" The WBO, and obviously they sold 50,000 tickets. Guess how much more that is than what Earl did with a more popular guy with Mikey. So, you know, obviously Liam brought something. He brought more than Mikey brought as a B-side.
Super chat for Mr. J Duke 40. He said 15 fights since Floyd, only 2 are black.
Okay.
And what's this? Hold on a second. Oh, Andrew Gomez with a super chat that said he is mad because his best win is Victor Postal. That being Terence Crawford.
Yeah, but he ain't fight 5 Ukrainians, so he ducking Ukrainians, man. Why Terence ducking Ukrainians? He only fought 1. And why he fighting? Why he ducking dudes from Zimbabwe? He only fought 1 in Ndango. Like, this conversation is stupid. Like, yo, he had 15 fights since Mayweather, only fought 1 Mexican. Okay, cool. Well, since Terence Crawford, right, fought for a vacant title with Delorme, he fought 2 Mexicans. Or is John Molina a Mexican, or is he Mexican-American? Because when Andy was Mexican and won the title, said, nah, he ain't really Mexican, he Mexican-American. Like, dudes find the stupidest arguments. So are they going to say now John Molina's Mexican so that Crawford could have fought two Mexicans in a fucking 10-year time span to win the argument? Or is he Mexican-American? Like, what the fuck, man? This is the dumbest shit.
Yo, go back and look at the box rec, right? Look at the box rec. You go all the way down. I'm looking at all these fighters. I could see maybe 1 fighter that you could swap in Charlo, and that would be the Rocky Fielding. Everything else, all these other fights are bigger fights.
Couldn't swap in Charlo there unless you was going to stay at 60. Remember, he fought Fielding to test the weight at 68. Because he fought Fielding. Yeah. He fought Fielding. Was it Fielding, Jacobs, then Kovalev?
So then now, then you just made my point even stronger. Then there is no fights you could swap Charlo in there for.
No,
You're either bigger fights or they're for belts. The bigger fights or for belts with Canelo chases.
The only one you could have done is Fielding. Fielding is the only one you could have, but it was the
welcome into the division.
Yeah, not even the welcome into the zone. Like like the zone giving you a fucking what was it, like $17 million fight as a fucking yo, please come fight for us type of shit, man. Like. What super chat we left off?
Shinobi Steve Munez says, I love all the Canelo shows! ! It brings out all the haters. Shout out to TBV. Much love from California.
What about Andrew Gomez?
Yep, I said that before. We're moving down the line.
CYP another counterpunch? Or is that the same one?
Nope, that's a new one.
No, that's the same one. Oh,
nope,
no, that's a new one. That's a new one.
Come on, champ. I'm on it.
You on it.
I'm on it.
CYP.
Go. For one, Nesto, I got to call you out. You've already admitted in past shows that when Canelo asked for the franchise, he ducked Charlo. You said it out your own mouth. I made you say it. I don't know how long ago it was. I don't know why you acting like he ain't ducking now, as if that don't count. Secondly, but keep the show going. Secondly, Mexican stars, their biggest losses are versus black fighters. Chavez, Canelo, look them up. Don't believe me. Look them up and look at their biggest losses are against black fighters. Canelo is no different. He follows a blueprint because he's a smart man. Canelo is one thing. He's smart as hell. He ain't about to do nothing that y'all want him to do to follow the same path as De La Hoya and get beat twice by Sugar Shane. He ain't gonna be none of them dudes.
I mean, Black Mamba's biggest loss is to a Mexican, man. Like it's the same like argument. That rivalry is there. So I don't understand him saying that he's ducking black fighters when a Mexican and black rivalry that's been there forever. And he's gave us some big names that are black. I can't really think of outside of Charlo and Andrade, which are the only two names that are left and took years to develop into names. Andrade arguably still is not a name with 105,000 Instagram followers and a bunch of vacant titles.
Yo, jump in here real quick. Are you finishing your thought?
I mean, not you cut me off, so I'm.
All right, cool. So I'm really like I'm turned right now. I'm a little upset. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we talk about Terence Crawford doing only 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000 pay-per-views, and but you have a lot of people out here who are having the Bud Crawford cape on. They are super Bud fans, but it's not showing up in numbers. They're not putting respect in his check. So I don't want him to do it what they do to Bud to us. There's over 300 in here right now. There's only 64 thumbs up. It don't cost you nothing. All you got to do is just click the button. Just hit the button. We appreciate it. We thank you. Brandon Maurice with a super chat that says, I disagree with Bud on the topic. But if a champion ain't qualified to have an opinion about another champion, you YouTubers ain't qualified to critique any pros.
Nah, look. He's got his right to his opinion, but as a champion, it is disappointing that he has such a poor opinion. And as the president of the Bud Tenders, you have admitted that by saying you disagree with Bud on a topic. But he is reaching and trolling because of his own championship frustrations, you know? He hasn't been able to do what he wants to do, you know? So it's understandable. We got Chauncey.
Yep. Go ahead.
You got it.
Chauncey Pearls with a super chat that says, Bud, the never-ending eye test with that busted resume. When we know if he's elite without that C-level resume. When we know if he's elite without that
I think he put when will we know, right?
Oh, I know. I wanted to emphasize that. I wanted to emphasize it. He said it the way he said it, and I know he forgot the no in there, but like when we gonna know? When we gonna know?
Nah, listen, I'm just glad people coming out, man, and speaking the truth and going in on his resume. Like, he got no fucking right. Like, Brandon got every right in his. I mean, he got the right. Brandon is right. He's a champion. He got the right to critique. But like, he need to watch what he say, man. You don't, as the pot, you don't call the kettle black, man. Like, you just don't. You just don't. Especially not this dude, man. Like, okay, again, right? The argument is he's fighting black fighters, but he ain't fighting the black fighters we want. So then Bud is fighting Mexican fighters and not the Mexican fighters we want, or Ukrainian fighters. I didn't want Postal. You know what I'm saying? He fighting Puerto Rican fighters I didn't want motherfucking Delorme. Like, what are we talking about here? He fighting Cubans I didn't want. I didn't fucking want Gamboa little ass. Like, stop playing and lying for this dude, man. We need to force this motherfucker to get in the ring and swing, man. All of us are. He need to do the same. For real, man. We got to stop letting him live, man. We got Stick Talk Boxing. It says, Bud got Ness in his feelings. He playing the Canelo meat flute. Yeah, all in fun, good brother. Hey, man, call it what you want, but he's obviously tight. Like, you tell me, how'd that conversation, right? How you being interviewed about you and the big Earl Spence fight, and all of a sudden the conversation changes to what Canelo doing and how he doing with his career, when your shit is the one at a standstill. Your shit is one stall. Who you fighting again? You said you couldn't fight Porter because you was in negotiations with Pac. What happened with that? Qatar was giving how much? We give this dude so many passes, bro. I don't understand why. Anyone else would be getting shit. They would be calling him the Cap King. He told us he don't want to fight Porter, he don't want to fight Earl, and he don't want to fight Virgil because he fighting Pacquiao, and ain't nobody calling him a Kappa. But Ryan says he fighting Pacquiao and Tank. He's a liar. Why we believe him? When is Crawford gonna fight Pac?
You ain't lying.
Like, why do they believe him? When is Crawford gonna fight Pac? Like, yo, y'all tripping. My man tells
RC is getting that fight.
I'ma fight Thurman. I'ma fight Ugas. I'ma fight Porter. Nah, here goes Brooke. Nah. Man, y'all tripping, man. KDDR. Here we go, man. Don't turn this into a Bud bashing show. Come on, shaking my head. EJ, the supposed big fish, is the one that has been pushing Crawford out, saying, I don't know why he here, and saying 70-30, 80-20, whatever. I just wish y'all had the same energy when Wilder was being given flat fees in 70-30. That energy wasn't there. Now all of a sudden, EJ got to be the good brother. Nobody was asking fucking AJ to be the good brother. Get the fuck out of here, man. EJ, play big fish, man. You earned your position just like Canelo, and he sees you. That's why he talks about you and not about Bud, and that got Bud furious. I'm telling you. CYP counterpunch.
Let's get this. I got times 2. I say I got time today. Today my little day off. I've got time. So this is what we're going to do. The 3 greatest Mexican fighters, in my opinion, Marquez, Chavez, Oscar De La Hoya. Canelo will be, but I'm not going to count him because he hasn't finished yet. Marquez, 2 losses, 2 great black fighters, Floyd, Timothy Bradley. Chavez, everybody know he lost to Pernell. That's a draw. First dude to beat him, Frankie Randall, black dude. Another dude to beat him, Willie Wise, black dude. The dude only got 7 losses. That's 3 of them that came to black dudes out of the 7. Damn. Oscar De La Hoya got about 7 losses. About 4 or 5 of them came to black dudes. B-Hop, Trinidad, Mosley twice, Floyd. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. If I was a businessman, see, business people pay attention to shit like this. They got to look at analytics and see what's good, what's this, what's that. This is true. I'm trying. You ain't got to believe nothing, homie. Nothing. But I'm telling you, if your partner failed and your partner failed and your partner failed, you ain't about to go against the grain. It makes total sense for him to avoid these dudes as much as he can, especially if he's going to make the same amount of money. I give Oscar De La Hoya super credit, man. Oscar went out there and fought them dudes. Lost, win or lose, he still went out and did the shit. That's why I respect that dude. But when it comes to Canelo watching that blueprint and like, nah, fuck that. Fuck all that. I'm not trying to end up like Oscar. I'm not. And this is factual. Look it up for yourself. When the best black... Cut
it. Man, did they forget that he fought the baddest man on the planet in Floyd Mayweather when he was a baby?
And Laura. After Floyd, he fought Laura, who was the baddest.
Come on, man.
Laura, who Floyd wouldn't give a shot. Laura, who was undefeated. I'm just like, well, he wasn't undefeated because he got robbed on ESPN, but they fired all 3 judges. That's never been done before or after that fight.
Yo, Mayweather spanked Oscar De La Hoya. And what did Canelo do? He fought him. So stop with all this. Every fight is different, man. Just because some Mexican fighters lost to black fighters, it doesn't mean that all Mexicans are just gonna duck them. It's just the money's got to be right, and if they're chasing belts, they got to be in position for belts.
The Floyd win, I wouldn't even bring up. The dude blew 2 weight classes in 1 weigh-in. Like, that don't even make sense, man. And paid, like, I think $250,000 worth of overweight money. Like, you're gonna bring that up? Bradley beat Marquez the right way. And both of them fought Marquez outside his weight. You know, that wasn't his natural weight, you know? But it is what it is. Listen, I don't get caught up in that, man. It's more than color to me, man. It's so many, boxing is international. Maybe years ago, I felt like that because it was harder to see and you had to have all these illegal links. But now with Eastern Europeans have been coming into the boxing over the last 10 years and really, like Victor Postal, for instance, who we're speaking of, he's ascended over the last 10 years and made a name for himself, and the Gennadys of the world, and Usyks, and, I doubt he Ukrainian. Nah, but,
he's Russian.
Before them dudes, it was only the Klitschko's, man. So I don't understand. It's just crazy, man. Not every, Mexican and black are the 2 biggest minorities in the world. So there is going to be more scenarios between Mexican and blacks than there is, Ukrainians versus blacks or Ukrainians versus Puerto Ricans or Dominicans, for that matter, who really aren't in boxing like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Yo, if Big Charlo had the IBF that Caleb Plant has, are we really gonna sit here and say Canelo would avoid him?
Well,
Is that what?
that's the $1 million question, though. I mean, truth be told, you don't know, Morris House. At the end of the day, CYP's right. To me, that was some bullshit what Canelo did. Charlo, like Earl, worked his way up to the mandatory position, waited for his shot. Canelo and fucking Vasil both took franchise status. That's pretty much ducking.
That's low, yeah.
That's pretty much avoiding your fight. You know, you gave them the belt. You took a trophy and they both became champion because y'all chose not to fight him. So, you know.
So what did he do? What remind me of the history right here. After Canelo took that franchise in that 154, what did he do next?
Nah, not 154. He took the franchise at 160 after beating Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs. Then, then he took the franchise, went up, fought Rocky. No, he took franchise after Gennady, fought Rocky, and then Jacobs, and then Kovalev, I think. Right? Ain't that how it go?
Yeah, that's how it go, yeah.
Okay. So,
hey, I wanted to tell you something. Apologies for, it looked like I was veering off for a second there. But what I was actually doing, I sent a message in the pre-pro with Terence Crawford's response to everybody's response to.
Yeah, I seen it. He said, I see a lot of people butthurt.
Right. No, I was reading the threads below because he responded to everybody that had a comment.
Yeah.
And 90% of everybody was giving him shit. And he was literally blowing them off like, whatever, I don't really care. I'm scared of those guys. It was intriguing to me to read and see his responses like, wow.
Of course, man, because no one is stupid. Bruh, my man, I don't know who paid to be like, yo, he hasn't fought a black fighter. You know, he had 15 fights since Floyd and only fought one dude or whatever the dude paid to say. Bruh, we still waiting on an elite fighter from the dude that got us talking about Canelo. We're still waiting. We've been waiting. Like,
we left off a few names off his resume who are black too, but I'll leave that alone for another day.
Who, for Canelo?
For Canelo, yeah.
Of course, they ain't gonna give him credit for Love More Than a Do and shit like that. It's like, yo, that
on his resume, he got Kirkland and like those are black fighters.
It's a lie, man. It's listen.
You right after Gennady Golovkin the second time, man. He went to Rocky Fielding, then Daniel Jacobs, then Kovalev, and then Callum Smith. So you are correct. Crazy, man. There's
but I'm just shocked, man. Like, yo, Terence ducking Australian fighters. He only fought one, man. He only fought one, and that was like 6 years ago, man. When he gonna fight another Australian? Like, this shit's so stupid, bro. I'll tell you. But listen, I'm gonna report on it all. I do not mind. I do not mind.
Yo, super chat from TX Bulldog Box.
Nah. You did Boxing Logics United?
Logics Box. Hold on. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. What did he say?
Boxing Logics United says he ducked going for undisputed at 160 pounds where Andre had the WBO belt and Charlo had the other. That's obviously what is referring to. Do-do-do. So what belts did Gennady have? I'm so lost. Let me show y'all something. Let me go to Canelo because they tripping right now. They got to be tripping right now. Let's see what happened here. What belts did Gennady have when Canelo went?
When they fought?
Yeah.
It had to be the IBF and the WBA.
No, it's the WBA, WBC, and the IBO.
No, but Canelo had the WBC though.
Right? It says WBC, WBA.
IBO and IBF.
IBO and
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep. No, it don't. Maybe that was the first one. Let me check. Yes,
no,
the first fight.
No,
not the second one.
No, the second one doesn't. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the first fight.
And didn't Billy Joe have the WBO at that time until he popped dirty and Andre picked it up?
Yeah. Andre got that for fighting Akinwande in the vacant.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna fight. You're gonna stay at that weight class, and fight Charlo, or go get that $365 million that Dazn was going to give you. I mean, come on, everybody out there with a brain in their head would go grab that bag.
Yeah, but that's kind of slimy, though. I understand you got to get the bag, but you know the game, how the game works. You work your way up to a position to get a shot, and you can't just turn your back on that. You know what I mean? It's kind of saying there's no honor amongst thieves. You understand? We're not trying to promote that in boxing, even though we know it's a little bit of it there. You want to be able to keep your word. Like, the word is that if you're a champion and somebody worked themselves up to be a mandatory, you try to work out a way to give them a shot at the title, or you vacate. What he did instead was, you know what I mean? So
was give him the right to be the champion, and I'm assuming get a boost in his pay, because 90% of these boxing contracts, you get a bump in your pay as soon as you become world champion.
Yeah, but then he could have stayed. He could have made a way to fight him, and nonetheless, though, and collect the money. He's a big fish. He getting that big bag. He calling the shots. That's how I see it. But yo, TX Bulldog with a super chat. That said Charlo was a mandatory, just like Yildirim was.
Mm-hmm. And
people are gonna hold on to that.
That's why you can't avoid that one. Like, he ducked. It's no different than Vasil. You know what I'm saying? You know, the difference with Vasil is, like, he chose to fight Teofimo for one belt, and you know, it's the same shit. They both chose different things. Texas Bulldog. So we got Donald Banks.
Yeah, I got it. Can I get some sad music, please? We got it. This is a message. You got any sad music? Because Donald Banks with a $5 super chat. I hope I do this justice. Dear Crawford, please give Ness an interview so he can stop capping and bashing you. This guy has to get out of his feelings for not getting an interview.
The sad part is the people really believe that. Like, they are so they're so much in denial that that's what they rather believe, that I'm saying what I'm saying because I can't get an interview. Not because he really hasn't fought an elite. Not because we would all be ecstatic if they announced Porter, because he would finally be in a competitive fight. At least 60-40. I'm making this up because I'm some sort of hater that didn't get an interview, that he's never been in a 50-50 fight. He's never been in Canelo's shoes where Canelo fought Gennady and the world thought Gennady was going to beat him. Charlo, Andrade, or Terence Crawford never been in that position. Not never. They never took a fight where the odds are against them. Right now, Benavidez is that guy for Charlo, and he's telling you, no, he don't got no belt, bro. I'm really a 54, bro. I can move back down, bro. Like, you dudes are the big... See, my energy's the same all the time. It don't matter who you are. None of that shit. The truth always gonna get told, man. Canelo wasn't always my boy until he beat Trout, and the truth was always told on him. Y'all gotta stop capping for these dudes, man. The truth is that. Stop lying for your favorite fighter, man. For real. Stop lying.
The IBO medallion champion, over 40 club, rocking with Big Ness, the heavyweight IBF champion. What a super chat. Yes, sir. He said, I don't know who capped more, Bud fans or Canelo fans. Laugh out loud. Mario ducked me. Border Wars 10. He ain't like my slick fighting style. Laughing emoji.
Mario ducked the slick black fighter and show kid. Yo,
that's a good one.
Yo, what we rep it says Chavez beat the greatest slick fighter, Sweet Pea.
You're tripping.
And CYP says counterpunch numero 4.
See.
First off, he didn't beat him. It was a draw, idiots. But secondly, we're going to do this. Morehouse, this may not be the topic for you, man, because you keep on trying to make it seem like black dudes are delusional. But anyway, look at this. You said because some Mexican fighters lost to black dudes. No, that wasn't the point. The best. So what we're going to do is we're going to go best versus best. Roy Jones, Floyd, B-Hop, Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's not do heavyweights, because too many Mexican heavyweights. Roy never lost to a Mexican. Floyd never lost, period. B-Hop never lost to a Mexican. Leonard never lost to a Mexican. Greatest 4 Mexican fighters. All have losses to black dudes. Partner, be quiet. You don't know nothing about this race shit, and you're making it hostile when it just can be looked up and be talked about. calmly. CYP's right as usual because I'm not afraid to look it up. You need to look it up. CYP out.
Man, this race shit, man, it's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, it
boxing to me,
They're
man.
attacking
This is
you.
boxing
They're attacking
to me.
him. They're attacking Morehouse.
Boston Jet
God damn.
with a super chat.
God
Boston Jet
damn.
with a super chat that says, "What does Crawford's career have to do with the validity of his argument?" Question mark. You've spent a lot more time trying to discredit him than his argument.
Bruh, because that is how you discredit the argument. If you haven't achieved what that's why I learned my lesson. That's why I stopped calling people bums. That's why I don't tell interim champions they not champions. Shut your dumb ass up. He has not done what Canelo has done. He has not fought the level of competition of Canelo. He has not been in a 50-50 fight. He has not faced any boogie man. People thought Floyd would beat Canelo, he fought him. They thought Trout would beat Canelo, he fought him. They thought Laura would beat Canelo, he fought him. And they definitely thought Gennady would beat him, he fought him twice. You are a liar. And anyone with the way that you think is a liar and a hater, because it is evident that this man has been in at least 5 fights where we thought he was gonna lose. But we sitting here talking about some dude who ain't never done that. Just give me one fight where we think he gonna lose. Just put him in one. Put him in fucking one, man. Put him in one. One fight where we think he gonna lose.
They're gonna say because he's that great, man. They're gonna say because he's that great.
And that's a lie. They again lying. They know he hasn't fought no top welterweight. They know that. They know that the 140-pound division that he allegedly dominated was not the one Danny Garcia dominated. It ain't about if I think Terence beats Danny or is Terence better than Danny. Who the fuck fought the better 140s? Don't lie to yourself. Victor Postal wasn't no fucking better 140 when he took step aside money like 3 fucking times. Back to back to back and fought on PBC cards. Every single time he accepted the check. You fools don't know boxing, man. But it's all right. I love doing this shit. I'm telling you.
Ja the Real with a super chat. Ja the Real with a super chat that says, Floyd never failed a drug test, but missed weight after 2 years off is what we talking about. Sounds like Ness is capping. And I agree with you on Bud.
Bruh. What are we talking about here? I hurt his feelings because I said something about Floyd. So now he talking about drug testing. Because don't bring up drug testing to insinuate anything about Canelo when we all know about Floyd's IV that we want to magically forget. Fuck out of here on the biggest fight of his fucking career. The fight that he allegedly was ducking for 7 years, you getting a therapeutic fucking IV? Come on, bro. Like, chill, man. That's what money buys you, man. The luxuries of fucking IV packages to rehydrate. But you want to talk about Canelo. This is what I'm saying. We magically forget certain shit. Fuck out of here, man. Kick rocks.
Yo, another super chat from KDR7989. This just Bud opinion on Canelo. Canelo said before, Bud has not fought anyone. Crawford has already been undisputed, though. Can't go back now. Change who he beat for belts just cause name's not famous. Shaking my head.
Please, man. Please.
It makes sense. Like, what you mean? So if Canelo said that Bud hasn't fought anybody, is he wrong for saying that?
I mean, of course he's not wrong. He's telling the same fucking truth we've been talking about.
So then is it wrong for us, for everybody to say that Canelo has quote unquote ducked black fighters?
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That's what
everybody's
KDR
entitled
saying.
to their own opinion. I just can't agree with Canelo ducking black fighters when he's faced so many. And he's faced so many, what, 3 out of like the 5 black fighters that he's faced, people thought he was gonna lose to. Like, he gets no credit for that. I guess because it was too long ago.
Wow. It's too long ago.
Yeah, it was too long ago.
Out of sight, out of mind. I see.
Major Key Boxing, right? Oh no. We got Mr.
So,
J Duke.
so,
J Duke.
so let me ask you a question, Ness.
Yeah.
Are you saying that getting an IV is illegal, or what is in the IV potentially, allegedly?
Bruh, I'm pretty sure receiving an IV the night of the fight or the day before the fight is not part of the rules of boxing or the commission.
I'd like to check that.
I'm pretty sure when that story broke, he got an exemption to do that from my man in Nevada. I mean, Google it. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's out there, man. That was a pretty big story, man. You know, I'm sure it's out there. But I'm sure people will also find an excuse like, no, it was okay. You know, Nevada said it was okay. It was okay. Like, what the fuck? You literally helping my man hydrate better than his opponent, but it's okay.
Is getting? Okay. I'd like to know. Is getting an IV like what is the threshold with getting an IV?
No, because there's no need no more to keep paraphrasing. Let's Google the story. In the meantime, get to that next super chat.
I got you. I think that was the last one though.
Nah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. KDR, I think, came through. Oh, nope. You're right. You ain't lying. I got you. Whoa. They came through bussing. Here we go. Mr. J Duke 40 with a $2 super chat saying, boxing is the one sport that treat black people fair. ? Liar. I'm not sure who that is directed to, but I'll read it one more time. Boxing is the one sport.
There it goes right there, man. There it goes right there. Shit is crazy.
Did you hear the super chat? You gotta, you know what I mean? Did you hear it or you want to just pass it?
Let me see. Let me read it. Sometimes things need to be read.
No problem.
Who we got here?
Mr. J Duke 40. In the blue. That said boxing is the one sport that treat black people fair.
Then he said liar. So it's a sarcastic statement, but who said that?
That's what I'm saying. Who's it pointed towards? I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
All right. Major Key Boxing with a $5 super chat says, sorry, but Charlo ducked Jacobs and Canelo defeated him. Tell me another sob story, bud. It's starting to get hard for me to keep backing you, shaking my head.
R. Jonesy says, stop lying for your favorite fighter 2021. What is that? What is that emoji? Like blowing hot steam emoji?
Yeah. That's like emphasizing.
Or exhaling the bud. Out your nose emoji.
That's you.
Trey Miller, shout out to Trey, man, doing so well in the Fantasy Pick'em League. If you ain't on the Fantasy Pick'em League, join Patreon for as little as $3 and show your true boxing knowledge. Then I might learn your name like Trey's because he gets it right a lot. He says, great show, but he has like 5 emojis with the mouth shut emoji. I don't know. So does he really?
That's weird. That one is... Is he closing his? Are they closing their mouth? I don't know, maybe.
Damn, bruh. Yo. Boxing Logic United. But Trout and Laura are fights many thought Canelo lost. Cool. But he fought them, and they're black. And I'm glad you thought he lost, which meant people thought he was going to lose before he took them. That is my point. Not only has he fought black fighters, he's fought the ones that you thought would beat him. So, just saying. But let's open up the phone lines. Let's do it. Let's give out some free phone calls. We're talking boxing, if you can call it that. They got my man CYP done intimidated Moore's house not to speak anymore now. Thank you, CYP. Bullying Moore's house. Acting like he was saying some racist shit when you know he wasn't. Now you got my man not wanting to talk. Damn. He got the awkward face in the corner now. Thank you, CYP.
He's on stuck mode. Like, what the hell? I don't know what to do. Like,
bully, man.
It's a touchy. CYP made it a touchy subject, so I'm gonna sit here sit here with my hands in my pocket.
Nah, keep them folded, bro. Don't put your hands in your pocket. You heard what happened on Malcolm X. Get your hands in my pocket. Touchy Tom, you can't be doing no shit right now, boy. Let me go out to these sponsors, man. We ain't got nothing. So
we got a super chat you missed. Did you get that? Oh yeah, you did get that one. We straight. Go ahead.
Right. All right, so you are the sponsor. Shout out to all our patrons, all our YouTube members, and all our callers. Everybody that drops a 5-star review, listens to the show, hits the thumbs up, all that greatness. If you told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, if you signed up to Border Wars, holla, man. We rocking out with you. You rocking out with us, and we appreciate you. So we are here.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Say what, bro?
They're giving you a stick for the Canelo meat. For Canelo, popping for the you know what I'm saying, meat and not getting the proper suspension officially, but serving one nonetheless.
You mean like Luis Ortiz didn't get the proper suspension, but we don't bring him up because that was Wilder's biggest name on his resume?
Blood pressure.
And we love Wilder, so we got to defend him, so we don't bring it up.
Blood pressure medicine.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yo, come on, man. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all stop being cheap, man. Stop being cheap. How you gonna be cheap with something that's free? Don't let that go over your head. Yo, get them thumbs up, man. Also hit the subscribe button and the join button. It don't cost you nothing. Don't let that go over your head also, man. That was a jab and a right hand right behind it. Yo, Major Key Boxing with a super chat, you know what I'm saying, before we get to the callers, that says the IV is illegal because the form of administering, it was approved like 21 days after the fight. Exactly. What do you mean it was approved 21 days after the fight?
Dude, it was super controversy, but people again, Mayweather won and he achieved greatness, so we brush it under the carpet and just let it be. But you know what I mean? Canelo, we gotta hate on him. What Mayweather did, no, look, whatever, man. That's normal in boxing to get approved 21 days after the fight. Bro, it was such a scandal. It was crazy.
Counterpunch.
CYP. CYP. CYP, we don't hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Scared him off.
Is this thing on? Who was that guy, that comedian used to say that? Is this thing on? Hello. Nah,
hello.
CYP, hang up, call back in. It's not working. Hello. Champion, it is not working.
So how long should he have gotten?
Who?
I'd like to know, for people who feel like the 6 months wasn't, wasn't long enough for a suspension for Canelo getting popped for the meat. What do you think is a fair time, people in the chat? What do you guys think is a fair time? 6 months is good? 6 months is good?
For what?
For the suspension that Canelo apparently got for the meat. It was 6 months, right? He couldn't fight for 6 months, correct or incorrect?
I don't know, man. Listen, what WADA does is what WADA does. Remember, WADA is the World Anti-Doping Agency. VADA and the boxing commissions follow their, standards and what rules and shit they set. CYP, you back?
Let me know if y'all can hear me.
We can.
Okay, for anybody who's confused, when you get a first offense in boxing, if you cooperate, they will reduce your sentence to how long? 6 months. You understand that? If you cooperate, they will only give you 6 months instead of a year if you cooperate. So how the hell did Canelo get the standard 6 months if he was cleared? No, behind closed doors, he cooperated. The hair follicle came months later, but it had nothing to do with his cooperation in his 6 month suspension. Stop it. Read the article. Don't believe me, because I'm sick and tired of this shit being repeated over and over again. But all you gotta do is read it for yourself. Read. It's fundamental. CYP out.
To be clear, he's responding to someone in the chat, not to us, because we didn't bring that up. He has like dozens of debates in the chat while the live show goes on. So We got another one from Boxing Logic United who says, Ness, big respect for you. Ever since you drilled the top-ranked president at the WBC convention on the franchise champ title, keep it up. Peace and pugilism. Yeah, and that's why you see, again, people like to say, you know, that I lie, but, you know, I had that same energy for Vasil, and when Canelo did it, I said the same thing, you know? So, it is what it is.
All right, who next? Who next?
Who is next?
J-Mac, you terrible.
J-Mac? Oh, J-Mac's another bitter. He's another bitter. Call him bitter. All right, we're going out to the calls. Gatho, what up? Gatho?
Yo, you can hear me this time?
Yes, we hear you this time.
Yeah.
What's up? Been a while. How you doing, man?
Can't complain, man. How are you?
I'm good, champ. So check, man. Like you were saying, man, I don't necessarily feel like he avoid black fighters because you, like you said, he fought some black fighters in the past and he expressed doing business with Earl, you know what I'm saying, in the future. So I don't think he avoiding black fighters. I think if people would like feel that certain type of way about Charlo and Andrade, they should just try to maybe stick to the argument that he ducking them specifically and not necessarily like all black fighters.
Thank you.
I do feel like maybe my bad. Hey, yo, before I say this, tell me how that Charlo and that Benavidez started. Who started that? They saying Charlo started that? Because I thought Benavidez sent the first shot.
It was definitely Benavidez because when I was in Mexico, I interviewed the father and he thought that was always a good fight. And then I interviewed Charlo. Like, that shit started in Mexico in October 2019.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't get how people down there saying, you know what I'm saying,
well, that's
Charlo ducking.
But that's how
Charlo
you ducking.
now.
Champ. That's the exact definition of ducking. My friend,
so what you
listen. If you
go ahead, tell me what's up.
If you a fighter and I'm a fighter, right? And I go around telling the media a fight between me and Gatho is a good fight. This was in 2019. Like, yeah, I think a fight between me and Charlo is a good fight. Then I go to Charlo. I'm like, yo, I don't know if you know, but Benavidez' his father out here saying that, you know, a fight with you would be a good fight. And at the time, Benavidez was a WBC champ. So for Charlo, it was worth it. And he's like, oh, he a champ? Yeah, know what I mean? We could do that fight if he want to fight. But Anthony Durrell was right there. Anthony Durrell was at the convention trying to get the rematch. So, you know, he didn't really have that energy like that because Anthony is there trying to petition for that fight. But, yeah, you can't ask to fight me.
But here's the thing, though. The key word that you just said, though, is you felt like, you know what I'm saying, he said it was worth it for him or something like that. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say that he wouldn't fight the man.
It don't matter.
Let me talk, bro. I didn't interrupt you not once, bro. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say he wouldn't fight that man. He just said make it make sense for him. You know what I'm saying? He said, is it going to be an eliminator? Like, what is it going to be? You know what I'm saying? He said he's not just going up there to fight him so they can say, oh, shit, we respect Charlo. Because that was supposed to happen with Derevchenko.
Cool. So then CYP, you know, this is going to get, you know, very, like, I guess immature. But then CYP can't say that I ducked him then, right? Right, Francis? Because that's the same excuse I'm saying. Make it worth my while. Right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's the same definition I'm using for being ducked. CYP consistently calls me out or called me out, and I'm saying no. So I am ducking him in his eyes. That's what he says in the chat. Y'all know Ness ducking me. So now what the fuck is the difference? If Benavidez is calling you out since 2019, how it ain't no duck? Y'all just love protecting your favorite fighter. It's all good, but you had 3 minutes, champ. You're going to have to counterpunch. You want any more of that? I gave you some free smoke, but now you choking on that. That is just the truth. You cannot be called out by a guy for 3 years and say it's not a duck. It's been 3 years, bruh. It's been 3 years. Like, you got to get, like, at one point we got to assume he ducking him. It's 3 years a dude is calling you out and you fight. And somebody's been saying they could beat you for 3 years.
3 years, man.
But y'all saying that ain't no duck because he's in the wrong division? He basically telling this. So it's cool for Charlo to say, oh, them little dudes moving up and I'm going to beat them, but it's not cool for Benavidez to call Charlo little and he going to beat him. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I wish there wasn't no race, man, because if everybody was just all the same color, same ethnicity, we probably won't have these debates, man, because this shit makes absolutely no sense to me.
No, Rod 870.
One dude could do the same exact thing and get away with it, man. It's crazy.
Didn't Charlo and his head coach last fight, the Yildirim fight, during all the pre-press, said that Charlo fight has to happen? I believe it. I believe they said it because they were questioning him about it, and his coach and Canelo said yes, that fight has to happen.
I mean, they've been saying that fight got to happen, especially recently, you know, but will it happen?
Well,
will it?
That's the $1 million question. I think he'll fight him at some point once he gets through this 168 division.
Yo, R. Jonesy with a counterpunch for Gato.
What up, Gato? Let me find out y'all the same person.
Dog, I am the same person. I told you that before.
Oh, my bad. Remember that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Homie, first off, don't subscribe your logic between you and CYP onto me, because I ain't never talked about you and CYP situation. I ain't never called y'all duck. This is what I'm saying. Charlo said, make it worth his while. He never said that he wouldn't fight him. All they got to do is make the fight make sense. So I don't understand what the problem is. Like, make the fight be an incentive. He doesn't have a belt. What does he have? You understand what I'm saying? What is Charlo going to gain from fighting him? Y'all respect? Because y'all didn't give him respect from Derevyanchenko.
His respect back. He going to gain his respect back.
When did he lose respect? When did this happen?
Bruh, when the dude been calling you out since 2019 and you making excuses about vaccines, 164, you know, catch weight. I'm really a 54-pounder, bro. He ain't got no belt, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. What the fuck you talking about?
So he said I wouldn't fight Benavidez. That's what he said?
Nah, he never said that.
So he's ducking how? I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. They not in the same division.
How he ducking it?
He don't got nothing. They're not in the same division. He don't got nothing to offer.
But I gave you longer than a counterpunch. But let me tell you how he's ducking, my friend. He's giving y'all contradictions so that guys like you could defend him, but then he gives guys like me ammunition, right? So he says to guys like you, yo, I will fight him if they make it worth my while. But before he says that in the interview, he lets guys like me know, like, man, Benavidez ain't got no belt. What I'm supposed to move up for? I'm the champion, bro. I'm the champion. Y'all stupid. Y'all want me to move up, bro? Man, don't talk to me about Benavidez, man. When I was a champion, he was in braces. Do that sound like energy of a dude that want to fight somebody?
Not really.
I got to get to the end of the interview to find out. But yeah, I'll fight Benavidez if they make it right. Gado, stop making excuses for your favorite fighter.
Counterpunch, CYP.
CYP, what up?
Yo. For one, you can't duck nobody who's not in your same division. That makes no sense at all. That doesn't make sense. But look, though, I remember when my man Tank beat up Leo and everybody was complaining, you fought a 126-pounder. Even though Leo had the 130-pound belt that they were fighting for. He had already fought at 130. He had a belt. Charlo don't have no 168-pound belt. Ducking Benavidez, who's at 168. I find it funny that all y'all complained about the size of Leo and Tank having the advantage. But now y'all okay with Benavidez having the advantage on Charlo. Y'all some hypocritical motherfuckers. CYP caught y'all with your hand in the cookie jar, and I'm snapping your hand off. CYP out.
Yeah, man. Evidently, he doesn't even know the argument, man. You got to go watch maybe the interview with me and Charlo in October 2019 when I tell Charlo that Benavidez and his father want to fight him, okay? And I tell him, you ain't got no other fight. I tell him in 2019, what you gonna do? Keep waiting for Canelo? I told him in 2019, are you gonna fight Andre? Go listen to the interview. So in the very same interview, I said, this is a perfect fight for you to make your own lane. So ain't nobody telling Charlo to do nothing. He ain't got nothing. So we trying to offer him something. And when we offered it to him in 2019, Benavidez was a champion.
Tank
The
had,
problem
I mean,
is,
had some,
the problem is, it took 24 months for him to start talking about something that we talked about 24 months ago. But
Then
y'all
Leo
ain't
have
gonna
to
say
say?
nothing about that. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing about that. Now he ain't got no belt. When he had a belt, y'all wasn't out here saying nothing. But he lost that belt. But, hey, Francis, you remember this?
Yep.
You remember this? When Benavidez lost that belt, I bet you a lot of these same people came out the woodwork saying, "Oh, where was Charlo? Where was Canelo when Benavidez had that belt? He didn't want that belt. Now all of a sudden Benavidez dropped that belt. He magically want that belt. Oh, he don't want to fight Charlo. He don't want to fight Benavidez. Oh, what about Charlo now? Why shit ain't the same? Why shit ain't the same? You motherfuckers. Huh? Get out of here, man. Niagara Falls, man. Buffalo, what up?
Yo, can I hear me?
We hear you.
What up?
Okay, I was thinking I was on Skype. Yo, what's up, Francis? Was good. Moore's house, Ness, Heyman. So wait, what are y'all talking about? I'm sorry, I just got on the call.
You talking about Terence Crawford saying Canelo has avoided Andrade and black fighters, giving him most problems.
I don't know. I mean, he has fought black fighters in the past. I mean, I don't know. I really don't like the race stuff. We start pinning each other against each other. I just like boxing. Canelo's career isn't over. We see what he do at 168. I don't know. I mean, other than what y'all said earlier in the chat, like as far as like the franchise and all that, that's the only thing I didn't like. But I don't know. I don't really like subjects like this, but because I don't feel that type of way. Maybe I don't really think he is. He is a bad boy, so we just have to see what he do. I don't know. Man. I don't like that. I don't like these.
I'm with you, man. I hate the race debate. It should
Hey,
be about
man.
the sport.
Hey, man.
It
Hold
should
on.
be about
Yo,
the
listen.
sport, but they don't want to make it about that. They don't want to talk about skills because Canelo left hook to the body too serious.
Listen, man. Public service announcement, man. Public service announcement, man. Listen, big up yourself, man. Whether you're on Patreon or you're on YouTube membership, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you so very much. We thank you very much for joining everything that we got over here at TBV. Border Wars 11, Watertown, Wisconsin, June the 12th. Get in the ring and swing. Everybody going to be in the building. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to have 400 to 500 people, indoor, outdoor. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have tables. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have ring car girls. We're going to probably have Morehouse in the building fighting. You know what I'm saying? He going to be in the building nonetheless. We got Ness, you know what I'm saying? Going to be in the building. A lot of people going to be in the building. You're not going to want to miss this one. You're not going to want to miss this one. I'm going to repeat again. You're not going to want to miss this one. BPE Network will be in the building. They will be live streaming all the fights, all the events. So yes, you will be caught on camera. So dress up, come out, bring your lady, bring whoever. Just come on, buy your ticket, have a great time. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to see you. Watertown, Wisconsin. Yes, I know, but it's going to be a great time. Don't worry about that. Border Wars 11. Listen, also, get the thumbs up button up, man. It's only 185. Get that number up. It helps YouTube know that, you know what I'm saying, you appreciate what we're doing. And while you're at it, Ness birthday's around the corner. We're trying to get to that goal. Get the subscribe button. Jump in. Hit the bell icon so you know that we're shaking and baking whenever we go live. Public service announcement from the one and only Francis. Yes, sir.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up from back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. From jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? Good show as usual. Like I said in my super chat, man, I don't necessarily agree with Bud on his statements. He's entitled to his opinion though. But in my opinion, shit, you could say this about black fighters ducking black fighters. You got everybody ducking everybody in this day and age in boxing, so can't just pinpoint Canelo for it. They all doing the same shit. And I was telling somebody earlier today, like boxing just becoming like one big ass wet dream. We fantasize about shit and we dream about this shit and we wake up with nothing. So I don't agree with Bud on this statement, but he's entitled to his own opinion. So that's all I really gotta say about it, man. All these motherfuckers ducking, not just Canelo. A lot of these motherfuckers. But that's my call.
All right. We got some super chats. Did we get to Rodden 870 who said Floyd was 37? Canelo was the younger and bigger 100. That doesn't take away from the fact that Floyd was the favorite and people thought Canelo would lose and he still faced them. Art Jonesy, we got to his counterpunch. Trill Sky Heron says, tell Benavidez undisciplined ass come down to fight. Sure. Did we get CYP on his counterpunch?
That number 7?
Nah, this is number 6. We did that one?
No, I got that one, yes.
All right, we got that one. We're going to Coach Myers. What up?
Though I could be wrong.
Yo. What's going on, man?
What up, man?
I think, to be honest, man, Canelo probably got the best resume in boxing right now. I don't know, the Trout fight, man. I thought that was gonna be a tough fight for him, man. I thought Trout was gonna beat him, to be 100% honest. I also thought Laura was gonna beat him, to be 100% honest. So,
and I don't see Mayweather. What about Mayweather? You ain't pick Mayweather to beat him?
Of course I did.
What about Gennady? You ain't pick Gennady to beat him?
I thought it was a 50-50 fight.
What about Jacobs? You ain't think Jacobs was gonna beat him?
I thought that was a 50-50 fight also.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being an honest boxing fan. If we could just be boxing fans, colors and races, none of that shit would matter, man. That's honesty. You just being honest. It's just honest, man. That's not your opinion, bro. That's what the general consensus thought in most of those fights, man. It's just
can I just say this real quick? I don't think Charlo is that slick black fighter. I don't know. I think more Andrade is a black slick fighter. I don't see Charlo being that black slick fighter. I see Andrade being that. And honestly, I think Canelo still beats Charlo anyway. But that's my call.
I disagree. I think Charlo definitely is more slick. I think Andrade until he beats the shit out of Liam Williams cleanly, right? Cleanly, not sloppy, isn't falling over his punches, isn't all wobbly. He can't be slicker than fucking Charlo. Hell no. Did you see Charlo in the Derevyanchenko fight, man? That boy looked like he was just like amazing, man. He looked. That was his best performance, man. To me, that's me. Or one of the best. We're gonna go to.
Who we got next?
We got. I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Only check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you.
Shout out to King Nello. I didn't fell asleep, woke up, realized he's the face of boxing. Even though he did fell to credit for a health article that he turned in months later after he clearly failed 2 drug tests. But nah, really, Charlo I want to see that Benavidez fight. Charlo sitting on his ass, sitting on his hands, on Twitter typing, tweeting, and got a lot of shit to say. Somebody calling his ass out on the shit he said, and now he want to talk about weight classes. I ain't a promoter, bro, and all that shit like that. I got Charlo losing to Canelo at this point, and I got Benavidez beating Charlo, but Canelo and Charlo both ducked Benavidez at some point, and it seems like Charlo don't have the courage to get in the ring, and he don't want to fight none of the champions at 160. The Andrade, the one that nobody knows, he's a belt. He don't want to fight.
Cut it. At least he telling the truth, man. My man, yo, did you watch that interview with Brian Custer, Moore's house?
No.
Oh man, you gotta watch it. You watched that whole thing, Francis?
No, I didn't get the whole thing, but I watched a good
man,
part.
Y'all terrible, man. Listen, in that interview with Brian Custer, he takes the definition of a twin to a whole new meaning. Like, it really makes you understand that those twins are connected. Like, he literally is talking about Andrade as he turns into Jermall. Y'all gotta watch it. He turns into Jermall and he's like, man, you know, we spent money on training camp. You know, we had to fight somebody else. And he was like, I mean, not me, but my brother. And I'm like, what the fuck? He expressed that shit as if it was Jermall. And that's the problem right there. It's like, bro, why you holding so big of a grudge against Andre for fucking up some negotiations because he chose to get a bigger check? The same shit people hating on Canelo for, but obviously Andre don't get hated. It was okay for Andre to fuck up that Charlo fight and go get that Dazn money. I mean, excuse me, Rock Nation money. Uh-oh. We got some super chats coming in.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
Let's see.
Ooh, William Haney with a super chat said Teofimo Lopez.
Is that Bill?
Huh?
Is that Bill?
Has to be Bill. I don't care what nobody said. That gotta be Bill.
William is short for Billy. I mean, William is, you know, Bill and Will. Oh, no, Bill is Bill Robert. I don't know. Is Bill short for Robert?
No, Bobby is short for Robert. Bobby. When it's Robert, they say Bobby.
So I thought William can't be Bill, because William is like Willie.
They call it Bill, yeah. Just like Charles, they say Chuck, but that's another story. William Haney says, Teofimo Lopez ducked Devin Haney for the real undisputed. That got to be Bill. Need same energy with Teo as with Loma. A duck is a duck. Devin Haney versus everybody.
Wait, Teofimo ducked Devin Haney for the real undisputed. Nah, Bill. That we already expressed that wasn't a duck over here on the Boxing Voice. You can't have the balls to fight the man, and then when you beat the man, be expected to like jump into whatever it is that everybody else wants you to do. You should be given that grace period, and he's getting it. He's facing his mandatory, which isn't considered a Devin Haney, Teofimo, Ryan Gart, Cambrosos is none of them dudes, so no one is expecting him to lose this fight. So it's considered an easier fight after going through the tough fight in Loma. After this fight, then he should be negotiating for another tough fight. Similar to like what Canelo did when he fought Gennady in a tough fight, right? And then he went and took on Rocky in an easier fight. But then he turned around and unified with Daniel in a tough fight. You understand? That's how you do it. It's not tough all the time. That's too tough to do, you know? It's too tough to go too tough like that.
You don't think Teo's going to be wrapped up and busy with all these court battles coming on after this Cambosos fight?
I don't know. I don't know that there's any court battles. Remember, this is a one-off. Thriller won the rights to promote this one fight. He's still contractually obligated to Top Rank.
Yeah, but Teo's talking about, going to court and trying to get out of that contract.
Listen, he probably going to contact Canelo's lawyer, too. Ain't nobody think Canelo would be back in 6 months, and he was rocking and rolling after, 150 days or something like that? My man was back rocking and rolling.
But yo, KDR with a super chat that says, 2 counterpunch for J-Mac. But before you do that, LV Slugger with a super chat that says, if Andrade can look good against Liam Williams, he needs to ask for that unification with Murata. Brings him closer to a big fight with Charlo and Canelo. Do you guys agree? If he wins this Liam Williams fight, a unification with Murata.
He ain't getting no Murata. Murata with Top Rank, man, and Bob kind of mad at Eddie right now. We ain't been seeing nothing about them playing nice in the media since that purse bid.
Go right after Charlo after this Williams fight. Go right after him.
Who?
Eddie will spend that check.
Let me go to counterpunches. 2 of them for J-Mac.
Yeah, hold on a second, Ness. I'm about to send you something. Check the pre-pro. Go ahead.
Right. So don't go to J-Mac?
No, go to J-Mac.
J-Mac. Mac and attacking.
Oh, shout out to KDDR. I don't remember them numbers. I was saying, man, shout out to the face of boxing. Even though he failed 2 drug tests and y'all make excuses for it and saying he was cleared when he clearly set out and served his suspension. When you're guilty of something and you got to bring up something that Floyd was never charged with and speculation and it's only
what the hell?
And speculating that it was illegal, but when it was proven to be not true, you guys are still using it as an argument. My heat and most smoke is for Charlo, the guy who fighting at 160 and haven't done shit, but got the nerve to be sitting around here, running around here talking about he ain't got nobody to fight, no fights. He being ducked, but with Devin Haney. Nah, nigga, Devin Haney is being avoided. You are sitting at 160, ain't doing shit, inheriting your brother beef from over 6-7 years ago, and don't want to get in the ring and fight no champions because they got champions at 160. So if Benavidez don't make sense because he ain't got no belt, you can fight the champion Andrade. And Andrade be your biggest win, or you lose, or what have you. Like I'm sure you will. That's probably why you won't fight him. I know every time Andrade they bring up, they get that energy from Andrade. So that tell me it's a little deeper. I don't know if it's straight up they really mad or it's just fear. And Charlo ain't never said, you ain't got no one interview when he ever said he wanted to fight Andrade. But he didn't got Benavidez on his ass for running his mouth, typing, talking shit, said he was going to break the man's neck.
I mean, he said it today, though. He said it today or yesterday on Brian Custer, like at the end. Again, at the end is where he shows, you know, like, yo, I want to fight this dude. I really want to fight this dude. But, yeah. Gado.
Where Bill at?
Where Bill at? He ain't text me. Gado.
Shit. You already went to me.
My bad.
Keep saying Haney ducking Fortuna.
Yo.
They saying in the chat. I ain't saying that. That's what the chat's saying, you know?
Yo. Haney got to fight with Linares, man. Like, I don't see. I move on real quick. Like,
so do I. But they bringing it up, and it's like, what? I'm just looking like, what? Really?
But that's what I'm saying. Everything is open for interpretation. So if Canelo's ducking, you know, Charlo, then to some, you know, Haney's ducking Javier. But we going to James on Skype. What it do? James, you know, I never know.
You hear me?
I never know should I say your last name or not. You know what I'm saying? I always
it don't matter. Just call me my last name. You call me Benitez. It's cool.
Because I never know if there's other Jameses out there, and it's like, do you know I'm talking to you? But what's up? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm just on the treadmill right now, but listening to this good show. But yeah, man, how people gonna say that Canelo's ducking Charlo, man? He's just not a part of the plan right now. For him to become undisputed at 168, Charlo's not involved in the plan. Charlo better go ahead and take advantage of that soft touch that he considered Benavidez to be, and probably get his ass whooped in that fight. And just go ahead and just go back to tweeting again. End of the day, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my workout. Hey, keep the good work, Ness.
Damn, I actually bad work. I feel bad fucking you know, trying to take that compliment because he sent that super chat via Cash App, so he didn't even want us to get jerked for that. Man, he sent that a long time. The first one was the road to undisputed doesn't include Charlo, which is true. My man is set out to be undisputed. He ain't got time.
Yep.
He ain't got time to talk to nobody at 60.
Yep.
And then he also sent another one. That man, Bill too smart. Bill too smart. He sent me the link, Ness.
I told you.
Tell Francis I'm coming for him.
That's what they say in the chat. That ain't me. The chat said, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, anyways, yeah, I love it. Yeah, let's go. I'm with it.
Yo, you said he ducking for a tuna, man.
Oh, I said it.
That. I mean, you read it.
Oh, I brought it up. I'll stand on my 10. I'm cool with that. You know how I get down.
That wasn't true. You know that.
You know my body work.
And then Benitez came back with another one and said, he said, take the soft touch, Charlo's words. Or a soft touch, Charlo's words. So, yeah, buddies. Let's see who's next. We went to, now it's up on Brooklyn. Brooklyn. What up?
When you see old dirty bastard form a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your...
Yo, peace. You hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah,
Listen, man, they trying to start a race war back here with this bullshit, man. I'm going to say free the black man. The original man is the black man. And peace to the black man. Listen, man, all these boxers went to the Chinese joint, know what I mean? When you go there, you get there and you get the noodles, the rice, and guess what's in the window? Know what I mean? The duck with the duck sauce. You know? Everybody ducking, man. Fuck all that, man. Let's get the fights, man. Nobody don't give a fuck what the fuck Crawford said, because if I fight you and I'm black, and all right, so look, we got the token black man, Caleb Plant, if he fight Canelo, but fuck it, he kind of black. He married a black woman. What we doing here, man? Hey, yo, y'all better not diss us. I'm talking to you, Ness, Doomy, Morehouse, man. Yo, why you ain't talking about this Dillian White, another race war? Dillian White against Perfected, man. 4 days away, man.
Yo, man.
Don't send him yet. Don't send him yet. Bring him back real quick.
Man, I'm here, man. What up?
King Quan, I want to know when you getting in the border wars, man.
He ducking,
and
man.
The reason why I want to know you want to get in the border wars because you know what I'm saying. You bringing up controversy to do with me. You my man's and all, but I want to know when you gonna get in there and get a controversy.
You on the truck? You on the truck, man?
You on the truck?
Send my footage out on the pads, brother.
You
Send
on
it
the
out.
truck,
Put it
man.
out
You
there,
make your own schedule, man. You ducking,
Nah,
man.
I'm on the truck, but when I get off the truck, we'll get it popping.
Yeah,
we'll get it popping. But Francis, me and you got beat. So you know I'm riding for my man Stainless, man. Yo, Ness, we knew the fix was in. All of us said that you had to have a co-host win. Everybody lost. But I love y'all. It's all good.
Get him out of here, man. His time is up. I love you, boy.
Saturday.
Get him out of here, yo.
Francis got you under pressure, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all hurt back there, man.
Yeah.
Jonathan Sims, man, what up?
Saying the fix is in.
A little butthurt, you know, it happens.
What up, TBB family?
What's going on, Ohio?
Yeah, let me step out to the garage. I got the little one crying. I don't want to interrupt the show. First, let me say this. To any professional fighter, I don't care, Earl Spence, Terence Bud Crawford, or any of you niggas, we don't want y'all on the show if y'all don't want to come. If y'all let Ness deter you from coming on this show, fuck you, and we don't want you here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bitch shit. Like, you don't want to come because you got an issue with Ness. You're not coming on the show for Ness. You coming for the people who support you, buy your pay-per-views, your memorabilia, and all that other stuff. You got niggas like J-Mac going hard for a bud. And you don't want to come on because of Ness, but your trainer would come on and take all the smoke. Fuck you, dog. So if y'all don't want to come on the show because y'all don't agree with what Ness say, we don't want you here. With that being said, I just think what Bud said, obviously, is corny because when you look at just his resume, one could question how many black fighters he has fought and how many black fighters he has given paydays to. And the reality is, it just sounds like some hate and shit from Terence Crawford in regards to the black fighter thing because, bro, you not a draw. If you were making $32 million to fight, you think Sean Porter would care about his 25%, Mando? You think Earl would be tripping right now if you were making that kind of money? No. I said this months ago. Crawford is not a money fight. He's not a money draw. He's a legacy fight. And that's cool. That's cool. But like that was weak on his part to come at Canelo on that when, like you said, you calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? You throwing rocks. So I think that was some corniness, and I don't even know where it came from. But
yo, we got Bill Haney on. I just noticed. Bill, what up? You ain't throw the camera on, man. That's why we ain't know. That's why we ain't know.
Hold on, Ness. I gotta read this for you. Super chat from R. Jones. He says, "Call you straw man, Ness, and by your own logic, you a duck." Laugh out loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not by my logic, by CYP's logic. I made that clear. By CYP's logic, I'm a duck.
Bill, what's going on?
Bill.
I mean, Francis, I'm ashamed of you today. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
listen, I'm trying to support. You know what I mean? I'm sending in super chats. You know what I mean? Y'all questioning whether or not it's me. I'm trying to support a healthy conversation.
Off the jump, I knew with you. I knew it was off the hop.
We didn't know. We definitely had to figure it out.
Well, listen. When you got the best fighter in the world, skill for skill, you know what I mean? You can go in there and you can say Devin Haney versus everybody. You know what I mean? When we talk about Teofimo Lopez, see, now, I was with you, Ness. I'm trying to ride with the shit. But when you just said, Ness, you said the grace, what'd you say? What'd you say he has the...
He got that fight grace period, man. He fought the monster.
Come on, man. Listen, with the pandemic and what the people is paying for, you know what I'm saying? This money is hard. Jobs is, you know what I mean, tough around here. And we telling these fighters that's getting millions of dollars that you get some grace period.
Yeah.
You's a duck.
Nah.
You's a duck.
No,
if you talk about you want these, wait a minute, hold on. These fighters is in the 1 percentile. You know what I mean? How many times did you have made $1 million in one night? You know what I mean? These fighters is in the 1 percentile, right? They get $1 million in one night. I wouldn't give a fuck if you got it one night, 2 nights, 3 nights, or 4. If you got it one time, you done did better than 90% of the population. And then you come on here and tell them that they need a grace period.
Absolutely.
You don't deserve no grace period when you get 7 figures.
And you should be happy. Turn your camera sideways so they can see you when I say this and they can see you better. You should be happy that Teofimo did what the fuck he did because now he raised your son's pay grade. Because now that fight, don't let me finish because you know I'm not lying. That fight is not worth what it was worth last month after T.O. got paid all that money from Triller. It ain't worth the same no more. It costs more. It costs more. So he helped y'all.
I'm gonna tell you this.
He helped
when you
y'all.
when you're doing it, and you're doing it for the people, the money gonna come. The money gonna come.
Good
Listen,
answer.
No.
But
Listen,
it don't change the fact that money, that fight costs more now.
Okay, Francis. How many times has Javier Fortuna ducked Devin Haney? When the promoter came on here, how many times were the people denied of the fight with Javier Fortuna?
I thought we was talking about T.O.
Hold
Haney.
on. You don't say nothing. You just talking about, I'm talking to Francis now.
Why are you talking about Javier?
No, because you told me to wait. You said wait. I come on here, I roll out of bed for this shit. I was trying to give calmly. I was sitting there in the bed and I was just sending the super chat or whatever it is. I'm trying to donate, right? I hear Francis and I hear what Francis is saying. But Francis, how many times have the people been denied the Javier Fortuna and Devin Haney fight?
At least twice.
Was it on Devin Haney's account?
No, it was not.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this is.
Right.
How many times has Bill Haney avoided the Javier Fortuna fight?
Never.
One time.
No, never.
One time. You made a $50,000 bet. You said you was going to do everything in your power to get him that fight, and then you took Linares, man. One time, Bill.
Listen.
One time.
Hold on. When he came on here, when Javier Fortuna came on and Sampson came on, had me and you already not talked about the Linares fight and Eddie Hearn was making it?
Absolutely, but on this show, you told Sampson, I could change it. We gonna get you the same amount for Gamboa.
Wait a minute. What you just said was the truth the first time. The second time was a lie because you just said, and I'm listening to your words, you said that Bill Haney said he's gonna do everything in his power to make it happen.
But you also told him I could give you the amount that Gamboa got.
listen, I said, if you fight him, if the fight is made, we can give you the same amount. If the fight can be made, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make it happen. Right? I tried to make the fight happen. The fight was already negotiated. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, somebody else had already gave
24 hours later, that fight fell apart. How the hell?
Hold on. Okay. Did you not agree? Javier Fortuna and Jorge Linares the same kind of opponent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Linares is probably a better opponent, Bill. Bill, listen to me. He's probably a better opponent. Like commercially, he's a better opponent.
Yeah. Okay, so now listen.
On paper, again, he's a better opponent because he's a 3-time champion or something like that.
Okay, business 101. Business 101. We want to keep this shit business and not personal, right? So the fight was already negotiated. The good brother, he came on and he said that he wanted to fight. I said, you know what, Ness? I said, this guy here, I'll do what my best to try to make this thing happen, right? Now, when Eddie has given his word that he's going to work with Jorge Linares, it was tomatoes when it came to Javier Fortuna, right? I came back and I said, listen, the better fight than Eddie would be Lomachenko. Guess what you said? You said, oh yeah, that would be a better fight.
It would.
So I did.
Yeah. But Loma said y'all lying and y'all ain't sent him an offer. You sent me the link.
No, listen, let me tell you. And you also sent the number to Igis Klimas, who he said talked to his manager, right? And his manager said talk to Bob Arum. And Bob Arum said it's not happening.
But he still said he ain't getting no offer. That Haney saying he put an offer.
Listen.
It don't matter what Bob said. It don't matter what Bob said because Bob ain't get an offer. If you would have sent the offer, maybe Bob could consider it.
Bob, no. Bob said, listen, this is what Bob said. And he went on record as saying is finish this fight here and come over as an independent. We said this. Now, this is Bob Arum talking. We said, why would we have to, if every fight is being negotiated, why would we then have to go to another network? Why would we have to come over there when you've negotiated so many fights? You've negotiated Corolla, you've negotiated Ramirez, you've negotiated, so many fights, right? So that let me know that Bob Arum doesn't have the confidence in putting in Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko. Now, that means that he has to then go to Bob Arum, because I done told him what Bob Arum said. I done told you what Igis Klimas said. Now, you keep hearing from the fighter, right? Because the fighter knows, guess what? He ain't going to get put in there so he can say whatever he want to say. But guess what? It was another good young brother that I call a nephew of mine that works with a good friend and mentor, Jay Prince, that's over there that said, and Shakur Stevenson said, come on down, Lomachenko. Now, y'all ain't saying nothing about that. So, and that's on the same side of the street. A duck is a duck, man. We don't need to keep going back and forth with all this other stuff. A duck is a duck, and listen.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes here. By taking this Linares fight that I'm telling you shouldn't take, right? You now forcing 90 days later to fight Javier. So what you gonna do when Tio say he ready or Tank say he ready? What y'all gonna do?
Man, listen.
Y'all gonna petition?
We gonna tell the people.
No. Y'all gonna petition?
No.
Y'all gonna petition?
Listen.
You gonna ask? No. Let me tell. No.
Well,
you
let him keep talking since he know the answer too.
Yeah.
Ask me the question and answer it.
I'm gonna answer it. Are you not gonna petition to Mauricio and say, Mauricio, he's the franchise champion and he wants to fight us for full undisputed. Allow us to fight Teofimo and we'll fight Javier later.
No.
Oh, so you gonna fight Javier?
Do that. We're gonna pick the money up. We're gonna go to the bank, man. We in the check cashing business.
What does that mean?
We don't have no problem. Listen, what I'm telling you is what I'm telling you, Ness, is this.
What?
Just like Francis has said, we were willing to fight Javier Fortuna for far less money than we getting paid right now. So listen, let me just tell you. Right? But Bob Arum said Jorge Linares was the opponent that fit the description of what he wanted in the Teofimo Lopez fight. which we know that could be bullshit, right? He said when Javier Fortuna came up, he says, "Oh, Javier Fortuna, that's not a good fight. That's nobody. That doesn't prove nothing."
But Bill, why you going off of Bob's words? He ain't your promoter. What do it matter what Bob's saying out here?
Listen, I work for a promoter, right? I work for a promoter in Devin Haney, the youngest promoter in the game, right? The shit is business. I'm telling you the behind the scenes of the business. How did Javier Fortuna go from the number 1 position to the number 2 position, Ness?
We going in circles. We've answered this.
I'm just
before.
asking a question, Ness. Asking a question.
The question that you didn't answer is: in 90 days after Linares fight, is y'all fighting Javier? You said something about cashing checks.
No, absolutely. Ness.
So then what happens when Tio
absolutely.
What happens when Tio? Because Tio
bigger money fight. That's just
he already said it, Francis. Tio already got an article saying that he want Haney after that Camboso fight.
We want Javier Fortuna 90 days after.
Even if Tio on the table.
Well, no, listen. That's what I'm saying is y'all trying to spin a motherfucker, right?
No,
so
if
we say we want Javier Fortuna, then we don't want Tio. If we say we want Tio, then we don't want Javier Fortuna.
No, it's just
that's the dilemma you in. That's what I'm trying to prove.
Hold on, wait. Mr. Haney, let me go. Let me explain this to you real quick. What it is that with choosing Linares, the position that you put yourself in is that your next fight after Linares is a pickle because you have 90 days with Javier Fortuna, and if a bigger fight comes in Teofimo who said that he wants to fight you, you're in a pickle.
We're not in a pickle. Let me tell you why.
Please do.
Let me tell you why. Because the same thing that the guy told you on there is if Bob Arum and Teofimo Lopez want to be the mandatory by being the franchise champion, they supersede everything.
So Javier is going to get step aside money to move aside because the franchise champ is activating his status, which is bigger than his as mandatory. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. The first person that did it was the guy that's the pound for pound guy, the guy you were talking about, Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo.
Right? So Canelo Alvarez, right, could become the mandatory to the Charlo brothers at any given time, right? And the WBC would then say, in the interest of boxing, a bigger fight is Canelo and Charlo than Charlo and whoever he is. The interest of boxing, the WBC will say that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney is a bigger fight than Devin Haney and Javier Fortuna, right? What's that?
Yeah.
I got a question to ask you, sir. Okay. So, in the event, right, that does happen, the activation of a franchise status, which turns into a mandatory immediately. When people say that you duck Fortuna for the second time, how would you respond to that?
No, listen. The thing is happened is we cannot duck. We couldn't duck Ryan Garcia. He's number one, right? Teofimo Javier Fortuna. This is the important part about boxing is when I heard you guys talking about losing your position and you have Sean Porter that should activate certain things and all that. The important part about business is when you get to that number 1 spot, you never, when your number get called, you never try to make another move. You go for the guts and the glory first. Now, when we were going for Lomachenko was the A side. Lomachenko had the network. He had everything that Eddie would have to bring over to him, right? When Lomachenko lost, right? He don't have a fight date. He don't have nothing going on. Devin has the date, right? So then we reached out to him. We reached out to Igis, right? We reached out to Bob to see if Bob would be interested, right? Anybody can send over an offer, but is the person interested? Does the person want to negotiate?
But y'all
now,
didn't.
I'm saying if we can talk, no, but you ask, boxing fans ask to be sensible. They ask to understand this stuff. They want to hear it and they want to be business. And then we act like we're fucking fifth graders, right? Even in the sense of when we talk about we're paying for the fights, right, as fans, because I pay for the fights too, right? As fans, then we give fighters to say, okay, you got a grace period, right? You got a grace period to do certain things that once you become a champion, that what I learned in the business is hard to get there, and it's even harder to stay there, right? So the part of being the champion and asking for a grace period, that's why the people can kind of feel kind of fucked up.
Bill, that's what you just did. That's what you just did. You just petitioned to fight Linares instead of your mandatory. What are you talking about? You just did that.
No.
How Linares get pushed over Javier?
Hold on. Our mandatory is Ryan Garcia.
And number 2 is Javier. But somehow Linares jumps him.
Listen. Let me tell you.
I'm going to listen. I'm
our
muting
mandatory
myself.
is Ryan Garcia. That's our mandatory. Now,
can I jump in real quick?
Now, let me tell you. Now, they've denied us the opportunity for Luke Campbell. They've denied us the opportunity for Lomachenko, right? They denied us the opportunity for Teofimo Lopez, right? So, out of those times, why can't we have Jorge Linares? And you said that that's the fight.
So you
right?
spinning it. So you did ask for him. You did ask for him. No. Don't answer a question with a question, Bill. You petitioned for him.
No, I didn't.
So why you not fighting Javier?
No, I didn't.
Explain that to us.
We fight Javier Fortuna 90 days from the time that we fight Jorge Linares.
How did Linares get ahead of Fortuna?
At the title shot.
Let me tell you how he did. It's because Javier Fortuna, when he was in the number 1 position, chose not to fight us based on whatever business that he tried to do, right? Mm-hmm. And when Ryan Garcia chose not to fight us, we chose.
Okay. So why you walk us around the block, Bill? If we're saying the same thing.
No, listen. Hold on.
We're saying the same thing, man.
Hold on. Listen to this.
Oh, Bill.
When I talked to you,
yeah,
and I told you that Eddie has picked Jorge Linares, and the network says that Jorge Linares is a great opponent, I called you and I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, the only way that I don't or I get upset about the shit is if Jorge Linares is not the qualified opponent that we've been looking for.
But Bill, none of that matters. You still had to call the WBC and tell them, let us fight Linares because that's who the network is approving. We having a hard time getting Javier over the hump. That's all that matters. All I'm trying to prove is that everybody does the same shit.
Javier Fortuna is sitting in the position that he's sitting in because he didn't fight us. Now, he didn't fight us more than one time. So you're telling me that I'm wrong. I'm supposed to go. Hold on, Francis. You said that I'm supposed to then complain that Eddie has picked Jorge Linares.
Nah, I'm telling you, you supposed to do exactly what your super chat said. Have that same energy.
Absolutely.
You just said.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on, Bill. Hold on, Bill.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. You know what the same energy would be? You know what the same energy would be?
What?
Is don't give him a fucking shot at all. Because he didn't give us one.
Possibly.
Now, that would be the same energy, my nigga.
Possibly, but you just said.
No, possibly, but I'm a, listen.
You just said when a person is in the.
No, I'm a real one.
Okay.
And I'm telling the gentleman, I'm telling them, if you really wanted it, you would have got it then. There wouldn't have been a Devin Haney. But hold up. Listen, we're going to handle our business with Jorge Linares. This is who Eddie and them, this is who they want. Hey,
emphasize that word. Business, just like Teofimo doing business with Ken Broso. Yes.
Listen, let me tell you this, Ness.
I'm listening.
You're talking about a fighter that's not one, not two, right? Not in the first position, right? In the second position, right? When he was in the first position in the first time.
And Linares
So
is in what
you
position,
asking-
Bill?
Listen,
What
listen.
position
So
is
what-
Linares
listen,
in?
Listen,
Come
Linares
on.
is in a position that he gets it next.
Yeah,
he gets it next.
Because of
Because
you.
He gets it next.
Because of
Because
you.
you chose
No,
him.
Because
Yeah.
you chose
why?
him.
You cut the king on the throne because the king
no,
on
we're
the
not the king.
throne.
No, we're not. No,
No, you're the world
because-
champion. That's
let me
the
tell
king.
you. Let me tell you. It's because the gentleman never stepped up. He never stepped up. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, guys. Let me tell you this, guys. Keep it real. When did they come out of the woodwork?
2 months ago?
After the Linares fight was already talked about.
Yeah, maybe they ain't know y'all was freaking doing
Trying to
business.
do business,
They
right.
thought they sit.
Okay.
Listen, don't Bill.
Okay.
Don't forget.
So
Hold
if-
on,
so wait,
Bill.
hold
Hold
on,
on. No,
hold on
because I
now.
gotta
So
remind
you
you
said
of
they
this.
didn't know
No.
if we were doing
Let
business.
me
No,
remind you.
wait.
Nah,
If they
it's
didn't
my
know we-
turn.
if they didn't
My
know we-
turn.
if they didn't
My
know-
turn,
if they didn't
Bill.
know we was-
Let
if
me
they didn't know we
remind
were doing
you
business
that
now,
you was
if
on
they
this
didn't
show
know- hold
with
on. If they
Samson,
didn't know we were
and
doing
you were
business
supposed
now,
to call
listen.
Samson back. You were supposed to call Samson back. I had to call Samson.
No,
Yes,
listen.
yes.
No, I
Yes,
wasn't. Listen,
yes.
I was not
Remember,
supposed to call Samson back. What Samson was supposed to do, what he said was he was going to stop the fight, right?
No. Before that, this is
Before
what I'm
that.
saying,
Listen,
man.
Said he's gonna
Did
go away
he
for
not
7
tell
days.
you?
He
Did
said
he
he's gonna
not
go
tell
away.
you?
Francis,
He
remember.
said he's gonna go away for
Francis-
7 days, and after the 7 days,
okay.
he
Let's
wants
go,
to
champ.
call him, and they can make the fight.
Yeah.
And listen,
And
and when I
Bill
talk-
never
and I-
called
listen,
them. Bill never called them.
No,
Let me
no,
talk,
no.
Bill. Let
I
me
talk
talk.
to you.
Let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk.
Listen, how I'm gonna talk to all three of you?
Now you
Listen,
gonna go
I gotta
after
talk. He
me?
said something,
Let me
then I
go.
say something.
Let me
Hold
go.
on.
Let
He
me
say
go.
something, then I say something.
You don't want me
Yeah.
to go. You don't want
Okay,
me to
listen.
go.
I'm answering him.
Go ahead.
Samson called, and Samson said he's going to stop the fight. He said he's going to stop the
Bill,
fight.
we trying
He
to
says,
go
no,
back
it's going to be
more.
no way.
We
It's
trying
going
to
to be
go
no
back.
way
That's what I'm
that
saying.
you're going to be able to do it.
We trying to go
told
to a
him
further
in
date.
7 days. I told him in 7 days I was going to do my best to try to make the fight happen. Right now, in 7 days, I talked to you, Ness. You said, what's going on? I said, listen, it's Linares.
Bill,
You said this guy Samson is on my bumper.
Bill, do
Yo,
you
can
know
I
that
save
Samson's on my bumper?
everybody?
But do you know that we talking about a completely different time? Like before that, it was another time y'all both was on the show, right? And he said, "Listen, Bill, I respect you. I want to make the fight. Thank you. Call me in 7 days."
No, Ness, did he? But before that, did he say we were on the show because he heard the Linares fight was made?
No, not for that day. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys.
What are you talking about?
You guys.
I never talked to him. I never talked to him before the Linares fight. I talked to you, and then Samson came on.
No,
I got on because he was talking the shit.
No, man, no. We had a show where you and him was on together, and y'all negotiated, and he said, "Call me in 7 days so we can get it together for real." 7 days later passed, and neither one of y'all called each other.
Okay, let me tell you this. I never waited for none of them jokers to get nothing together. I went to the WBC and said, we want to fight Lomachenko, and we're not going nowhere. I also got in the WBC tournament with Javier Fortuna, Teofimo Lopez, Zaur Abdulaev, right?
We going backwards,
what happened?
Bill.
Listen, no. I'm telling you.
You're taking us down the rabbit hole, Bill.
Can I save everybody a bunch of time right here?
Yeah, let's go more.
Yes.
Can I save everybody a bunch of time? All right. Mr. Haney, have you heard the recent comments from Mauricio Suleiman?
No.
The recent comments from Mauricio Suleiman is that Team Haney and Team Ryan Garcia went to the WBC and said this fight cannot happen until we got attendance. So let's forget about Lomachenko. Let's forget about Fortuna. Haney, Devin, go take care of Linares, and then the next fight is Ryan Garcia. We got fans back. So that's the number one mandatory. So let's just do it.
I want Bill to explain to me, and I'm very curious because I know he's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He's the OG. I want him to explain to me how does that situation happen where when Samson said in 7 days make the phone call. That didn't happen. So, you know, the fight was already in negotiation with Linares. And Samson decided, let me write a soft letter first. I'm gonna write a soft letter, then I'm gonna write a hard letter because, you know, Bill Haney. Let me write.
And he did. Why you think they mandated?
He was doing everything. Yeah.
Francis, didn't he go soft? He went soft, didn't he?
So why they mandated then if he went soft?
That's why I tell you, listen, about this game, right? If you ain't gonna go hard, go home, right? He didn't want to fight. Right, he was writing a soft letter. Right, he was speaking soft. Right, even when it came down to it. Right, he still negotiated for 90 days after. Right, so he didn't want to fight, man. Linares is a great opponent, and listen, I hate to even consider or even act like we're looking over Linares because that guy is a tough guy.
Y'all definitely looking over for Javier.
No, you did your best to try to make the fight happen, Ness, and I did my best to adhere to your wishes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but listen,
hey, Mr. Haney, I got a super chat for you. Somebody got a super chat for you. Here's a super chat for you. Bama Bo got a super chat, $9.99 super chat that says, "Do you know that you have a fight scheduled?" ?
He do got a fight scheduled.
When will you focus on that rather than fight you can't get? I want to have win, not Bill cry. No disrespect. Please eat food on your plate. !
No, listen. And that was a $9.99 that was well worth it because he's 100% right. And I do listen to you guys. You know, I just love the show. I love what you guys are talking about. But there would be no Devin Haney if Javier Fortuna had faced him when he faced him. And there would be no Jorge Linares fight if Teofimo Lopez had really, you know what I mean, activated his franchise mandatory, or if he had even negotiated, right, for the fight. Now, when you talk about going to purse bid and activating that mandatory, once you become that mandatory, right, it would have been the same thing on the purse bid.
Bill, yo, look at what you got them saying. Talking about Ness advised Bill to take the Linares fight.
Hey, listen. No, Ness did.
Yo, all they saying sounds like Ness' fault.
I love coming on the Boxing Voice. I love the Boxing Voice's fans and stuff. You know what I mean? They're hardcore. They're very knowledgeable people. Crazy. This is one of the spots I stopped by. You see, I was listening, I was watching. But the thing about Ness is that when it came time to do business, right? And one thing that Ness told me, I said, so what if this fight popped up for Javier Fortuna to fight Ryan Garcia right now? Would he fight Devin or Ryan? Ness said, he would fight Ryan. I said, so what about if he could fight Teofimo Lopez or Devin? He gonna fight Teofimo. I said, well, shit. You see what I'm saying? Right? What kind of fairness is this shit? Because Javier Fortuna is a great fighter, a name and all that. It was a name that we could have handled the business inside the WBC tournament. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight on Showbox, right? He didn't want to fight when you see the Devin petitioned after shoulder surgery, Devin petitioned to fight him, right? And he didn't fight. So then because for all intent purposes, we don't think that he want to fight, right? He wasn't even on the table to fight. He never had showed interest to fight. When we started talking to Jorge Linares, Eddie did, right? Then Javier Fortuna came out the woodwork. So what I was saying was it didn't really matter with the money, right? It didn't really matter with the money because it's a lot more money to fight him now than it was then. So that's a fight that we would like. But was it a fight that would give the same credibility that Linares would, right? It wasn't something else for me to argue because it had already been negotiated, right? Period.
Now they saying I picked Gamboa too. Listen, let's stop talking old news.
You did pick Gamboa. Is it official? Is it official that it's in Las Vegas? I mean, could we stop talking about Javier and Tio? It's true. Both from Bama's right. Is it happening in Las Vegas? I sure hope, but it's definitely in May. 21st. He signed it, huh?
21st.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. The 21st. I'm hearing 21st. But I'm hearing the 21st, the end of May. But I know for sure. I heard that Eddie said that. It was
that's
in May.
A Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday. But you got Jose Ramirez that fights the next day, so the weekend will be lit. in Vegas.
So it's on a Friday, okay, and then Saturday.
And then Jose Ramirez and them is on Saturday.
All right.
How you feel about that Friday?
Yeah.
Well, we fight. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of that great fight town of Tijuana. You dig what I'm saying? We fight anywhere. We're fighting a bull ring. We'll fight wherever. You know what I'm saying? On whatever day of the week or whatever. So that part of it wasn't no big deal. But to be able to fight in Las Vegas, right? That would be amazing.
So, as a promoter, does Devin get to put the undercard? Are we gonna see Daryl Cunningham, one of Devin's fighters, on the undercard, or?
Oh, definitely. With Devin by Devin's deal, you know what I'm saying, and his his partnership, and he doing it so young with not as much leverage as he has now. When you talk about a fighter like Canelo controls his whole entire undercard. You talk about Anthony Joshua, he controls his whole entire undercard. With Devin, we have the ability to negotiate. So we'll have a couple fighters on there, maybe one fighter on the television, which will be Darren Cunningham, and then we have our other guy, Amari Jones.
Oh, he's gonna make television.
Yeah, he's gonna make the televised this time.
Okay.
How many round fight?
He fights Darren Cunningham fights April 3rd in Atlanta. You know what I mean? On another dark show. But you know what I mean. We're looking forward to him.
Is that Atlanta show the Christy Martin card, or do you not know?
I'm not 100% sure. I know it's just an opportunity for him to stay sharp and go down there and get him a win. You know what I'm saying? And then come right back with Devin in May.
So if not Vegas, because you haven't announced Vegas, is there like a second venue option?
I hope it's where you're at, Miami. That's where I love that Miami joint, man. That shit is nice.
Yeah, they definitely just announced AT&T Stadium for Canelo today, actually, right? Eddie announced that. Let me double check. Yeah.
I think it was today.
Yeah, it was today. He's fighting in AT&T Stadium. And we talked about that, so that wasn't an option. You ain't bring that up, huh? You like telling the Boxing Voice listeners all the advice I give. You ain't asked Eddie about getting on that undercard, huh?
Oh, getting on the undercard of Canelo? I just told you Canelo controls his entire undercard.
I mean, Devin can ask. Canelo might take a liking to him.
Okay, so when you talk about that, then you talk about getting the kind of money that Canelo wants to pay you.
Oh, so Canelo controls your purse.
Yeah, he controls the whole budget.
So since you brought up money, man, there's a lot of YouTubers out here making videos saying Devin's being paid $3 million to fight Linares. Is there any truth to that?
Next question.
Is this thing on? You ain't hear me, Bill? I mean, I don't know, because there's people saying that. I mean, can you put some, are they lying on your son, or are they telling the truth? Because $3 million seems like a lot, especially when we made a big deal about
only reason that I'm gonna address that mess is, and I'm gonna address it specifically at you, and I've never addressed it before, but I'm gonna address it specifically at you because you said that it was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It might be too much money to make, right?
Oh, I ain't say that. I said that. Okay. When I said that, did I say that on another show or something?
Yeah, you did. So
wait. So what was the context?
He said, I mean, he's making too much money to be fighting Linares or one of them, right? That's what you were kind of insinuating. Yeah.
You sure I ain't bring it up in comparison to Terence Crawford? Crawford making $3 million, because I thought it was more like that.
But what you got to understand in business is that when Devin did his deal, right? You never heard us complain about money because we understand what we were going to be getting and what the chances were that we were taking, right? Devin was one of the most sought out, you know what I mean, fighters when he did the deal with Dazn and with Eddie Hearn, right? And there were no other fighters pretty much. Like when I talk to Eddie, I tell him we believed in him. Canelo wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like the only fighter that I think was there was
Jesse Vargas.
Jesse Vargas, Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying, right? And we were being told that We were being told by other people that why you going to fight on an app? Why you know what I mean? You're going to get lost on an app. So, in terms of being a promoter, and Devin has did a great job with raising his profile along with Eddie and them. You know what I'm saying? But when he wrote his deal, when his deal was wrote out, it was wrote out that when he becomes a world champion, whoever that champion may be, and Devin is on his third title defense, right? So that's what it is, right? And it was very important in business, right, to become a world champion and to have those title defenses. So when they talk about freezing us out, or they talk about you throw the belt in the trash and it don't make a difference and all that other shit, not when you sign up to get paid like a world champion, you know?
It sounds like Devin bet on himself earlier on, and now he's getting paid off. Now he's getting paid off on the back end.
We didn't get no signing bonus. We didn't get none of that, right? We bet on ourselves that we were going to beat Lomachenko, right? That we were going to beat him in the WBC. We're going to beat Luke Count. We're going to beat whoever it is, right? And we bet on ourselves. We weren't protected, right? We didn't have no handcuffs on us or that we were going to like take the easier route and then Eddie, you have to coddle us or any of that. We went into it as put us in with the best and we're going to deliver.
So do you think your profile has risen? And by you, I mean, Devin, you think his profile has gotten bigger? Not just money. I mean, money is very important, but do you think more people know Devin Haney since signing to Dazn and, you know, doing all these cards and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Devin is one of the hottest young fighters in boxing, if not one of the hottest fighters in boxing, especially here in North America.
And you notice how Devin's at damn near every show doing media, putting his neck out there.
Yep.
Talking his ish.
Thank you,
That's why he's growing the way he is, and that's why he's getting paid off. Even if some people don't think he should be getting this money for this type of fight, he put in that hard work. He showed up to all these events, and now he's reaping the benefits.
The green print.
He gets paid. He gets paid as the promoter. He gets paid as a promoter. So he gets paid as a promoter, right? And the fact of that, you know, he doesn't get paid as a fighter. He gets paid as a promoter, right? So that is just and it's a difference.
I mean, I was gonna say, let's go back to the topic since you on. I want to get your thoughts on Terence, right? He feels like Canelo avoids black fighters, specifically Jermall and Andrade, Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and he says he thinks that black fighters give Canelo the most problems. You believe that?
Canelo is a good fighter. You know what I mean? And I think that another good fighter is Andrade. You know what I mean? I don't think that I think that Andrade will give him the problems, the style that he has, right? The athleticism that he has, right? As far as the black and the white thing, right? I don't go into that because of the fighter that I got. I have a fighter that's willing to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? We started out, if you ever seen our shirts and our hats early on, it was Devin Haney versus everybody, right? So the thing about it is, if you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you don't, right? And if you really got it, then you're going to fight everybody, right? You're not going to necessarily, pick on this fighter that ain't going to fight you, then go pick on the other fighter, right? We pick on everybody. You know what I'm saying? We're willing to fight everybody in our division. Right, you've seen Devin talk shit to Robert Eastern early on. You've seen him talk shit to Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? And also you've seen him talk shit to Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So we kind of like with that equal opportunity shit. But when you talk about the other guys, the other fighters, right? You talk about Tank Davis, who's never fought a black guy. You see what I mean?
Don't hurt their feelings, Bill. Be careful.
No, I'm just saying this is the truth. So when we talk about Tank, we don't think we're going to have no action at him. You know what I'm saying? And so on that same token, right? That's not fair, right? As brothers, as young brothers,
T.O. never
that's
fought
in the
a black
game,
guy
as
either,
two,
right?
huh?
Oh damn! T.O. beat Comey. My bad. I'm wrong. My bad, T.O. My bad.
Comey is African.
Come on, man. Hey, what the?
Come on, Bill.
What?
We gonna split hairs now?
Yeah, Bill's terrible.
Listen.
So
Comey's
what? So
African.
he got to fight an African American.
What?
So he got to fight
I
an
said
African.
I'm talking about the Afro. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody with that sauce.
Yo, man, yo,
Yeah.
yo,
See?
and this is why people say Canelo ain't fought no black fighters. It's like, yo, Laura, Trout, Mayweather, and Lovemore Nadu,
James,
fucking
Mo-
Daniel
Wait a
Jacobs.
Kirkland.
Wait a minute. Hold on. But what I'm saying is, though, is we got to call it the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? So
What way is that?
I'm just calling it the way it is. When you said Richard Comey, right? When you talk about somebody that's here, that's because when you talk about North American boxing, right? Now you talk about the lineage that they have, and then when you talk about British boxing, you talk about a different style. When you talk about Mexican fighters, you talk about a different style.
I
What I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That if you gonna call somebody slick black fighter, Comey is not that.
Yeah,
I get it.
So that's what I'm saying. Is so when we talk about what's so wrong with saying a tough, 1 minute you can say a tough Mexican fighter, right? He's a tough Mexican fighter, but then you can't say he hasn't fought any slick black fighters, right? So I just gave you an instance where Tank didn't fight no slick black fighter, but what Terence Crawford is talking about is slick black fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. But we're from the West Coast. We're from the West Coast and fighting tough Mexicans, right? That come forward. I've always said this it builds you up, man. It builds you up to be able to handle that pressure because Mexicans are pressure fighters, right? Ain't nothing slick about them, right? Oh, but Canelo is a little bit slick too. He got some slick pressure with him. And the thing about Canelo is Canelo fights more like a brother.
Yeah,
he got some of that slick, soft shit with him.
He do. He got that soul, man.
That's how you got so googly at a while ago.
Cause I've been peeped that ever since
Bill, you didn't see the twinkle in his eye a while ago. As soon as you said he was slick like a brother, Ness got twinkly like quick.
But the thing about it is,
you can see
like
if you can see
guy,
boxing, man, you can see boxing.
What's his name? CYP? That motherfucker be cooking. Y'all got to give it to him. He be cooking because I didn't even know some of that shit that he came on and said.
He be wrong, man.
No. Listen. No.
Look at him. Look at him. He in the chat right now talking about Tank. Tank. Who else? Just Tevin Farmer, and that's the biggest black fighter for Tank at that time. The biggest, slickest black fighter to fight. They built it up. They seen each other in the MGM. They got into arguments. Like that was the fight to make. And what they do? They chose A-side shit. Then when Eddie offered them that fight,
did you really think? Now, do you really think that
he was gonna beat him?
That's my guy.
No.
Do you think really? Okay, then, man.
But we don't know though. But we look at all the hands Leo put. Look at all the hands Leo put on Tevin. On Tank until he got knocked out. And Tevin got better slick good defense.
See, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that with Tevin, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he should have. Yes, he should give him an opportunity. But that's what he would have been doing is giving him an opportunity. But we did not think. And God bless Tevin because
they
he's a good
tried to offer
dude.
Tevin $2 million for that fight, and Eddie was offering Tank like $6 million for that fight, man.
Okay, but then when it came back that they offered Tevin some money for that fight, what happened? Did he turn it down?
$2 million. I heard it was only $2 million. You can't offer him $2 million for that big ass fight. That was gonna be a pay-per-view, and he built that fight from the mud, man.
But Tevin, remember when Tevin was happy and he was saying he's Mr. 500,000.
I'm saying, but then he signed to Dazn and he was making money.
Okay.
So now he ain't gotta take low money.
That's why I'm telling y'all. For fighters and for young fighters, when it comes time to get that money, whether it's $2 million, whether it's 500, and it's your biggest payday, and you don't put your name in the hat. Sometimes them promoters and all them networks the boat to sail by. The boat to sail.
Yeah, so it said that he won't accept the $2 million offer from Davis. However, Davis recently turned down a $5 million offer from Matchroom Boxing to face Farmer.
Exactly. Like
so with the two
Tevin
million,
was trying to bring him to the zone. It don't make no sense for Tevin to take $2 million on Showtime.
But man, when they talking about $2 million and 1.2 for Lomachenko and all that shit, bro, you got to jump on that shit, dog.
But it's a different network. Eddie's game was to bring Gervonta Davis to the zone, to get eyes on the zone.
Listen, that's why I said is with Tev. Do you think he would take the $2 million now?
Clearly, the zone they ain't even got a deal no more, right?
But I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying is, do you think he would take the $2 million now?
He absolutely is in a position where he needs it now. He needs a deal for $2 million.
So here's how it went. It went so Gervonta said to Tank, Gervonta said to Tevin, "Have you ever made $2 million?" And Tevin said, "Have you ever made $5 million?" So both turned down arguably the biggest paydays that they've ever gotten.
Allegedly, because
allegedly,
Jermall said yesterday he get $7 million ain't nothing.
Yeah, but if I had would be advising Tev, I would have told him take the $2 million, take the $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Be all over it. Take the $2 million.
I hear you, man.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. So we got some super chats for you, though. They coming for you, man. CYP coming to save you. He said, "Tell Javier stop running." Devin.
Hey, listen, CYP, man, he was cooking, man. He said when he said that shit about the black fighters, though. When he said like who has won and who all the shit, I didn't know all that shit though. Did you?
You know I ain't Googling none of that shit.
That shit was crazy, man.
Yo, but that is like not a big deal. It's like probably even.
Listen, because you know why? Because you give fighters
equal
grace
opportunity.
Periods. You give them grace period.
Especially,
you know what I mean?
Especially when they beat the monster. Especially when they beat the monster. That's why when Canelo beat Triple G and he fought Rocky Filter, it was okay with me.
Okay, but let me ask you this though. Ness, you said that Lomachenko ducked Devin. So we have a duck, right? Mm-hmm. You beat a duck, and then you get a grace period.
But you taught us today though. You taught us today it ain't really ducking.
Right.
It's business.
No.
Yeah, that's what
you
taught
us.
That's what you taught us. That's what you taught us. Thank you for teaching us that. You taught us that.
You definitely did.
No. I did not say that it was business. What I said was that what I said was that the guy had an opportunity to fight, right? He had an opportunity to fight. He chose to do something else, right? Eddie Hearn, we don't even know that this guy is interested in the fight. We don't even know the magnitude to what you're talking about, because the last time that we could fought the guy, we petitioned and he didn't want to fight. So he was doing whatever that he was doing, right? What I said was it's business if Eddie is negotiating with Jorge Linares and this dude pops back up, and then I'm not able to convince Eddie to do something else different and fuck my business up when a guy won't even do business with us. He won't even do business.
I'm with you. That's exactly what Eagles told me. Like, listen, it's not our fault. Bob Arum was already negotiating with Teofimo. That's why Teofimo was being hyped up on ESPN. He had to beat Comey to get Loma. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's not your fault, and it's not Loma's fault.
And he's still better.
Devil advocate. Let me play a little devil advocate right here.
It's the same scenario. I know that.
Let me play a little devil's advocate right here. You got Top Rank and Bob Arum bringing Jose Ramirez over to the zone. You got Loma coming over to the zone to fight Campbell. Why isn't Bob Arum saying come over to Top Rank now? Do me a favor. I gave you fighters. Come over here.
Loma wasn't on the zone though, right, Bill? Loma was ESPN.
You got Anthony Corolla that they did a deal. They worked with. They went back and forth. See, the thing about it is that we were under the assumption that Eddie delivered the opponents to Top Rank, right, to go on ESPN. So we were going to go on ESPN, right, as an opponent for Lomachenko. Just like all the other guys did. We weren't going on there. He had the belt, he had the network, he had everything.
Mm-hmm.
He had everything to tell us to come over, and he had a whole year that he was off.
We got another one.
He was right to call him a duck.
We got another one. Intrigued the Incredible in Atlanta says, Bill, if Terence Crawford is not fighting Spence no time soon, do you think it's cool if he doesn't fight Porter or Thurman or the young Virgil Ortiz?
Well, I know that when Bob wants something to happen, right, he's very vocal about it, right? And he was very vocal about making that fight happen. He stood there and he watched Errol Spence and Terence Crawford talk, right, go back and forth and negotiate it. He came out and said vocally, we're looking to make this fight happen. And shit, Errol Spence said 80-20, 70-30 or something like that, right?
70-30, 80-20, 60-40. He gave them all options, man.
Yep.
He gave them all except 50-50.
Yep. Except 50-50.
Right. Well, it's definitely if he says 60-40, then it should have been a 60-40. It's a 60-40 fight.
Yeah, thank you. You know that business, man. That's why we love having you on this show. Listen, we got another one from Intrigue who says, has Devin Haney ever sparred Jerron Boots Ennis the Future or Brandon Lee, my favorite fighter? If so, what do you think about them?
Yeah, he sparred Brandon Lee before. We haven't sparred Boots at all. Got a lot of respect for him and his dad and what they do and what they bring, really and truly. He's a hell of a fighter. He's been a hell of a fighter for a long time. And his dad is a good dude, real good dude. And he's a thinker, right? So I project Boots to have an amazing career and go places. Those young fighters, or Devin came in the door first, right? We came in the door and went to Mexico because Devin was going to be too young to go to the Olympics. But that whole class where Devin, Brandon Lee was in that class, Boots, Shakur, Chris Colbert, Brian Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, that was just like a crazy class of young fighters. I don't think Virgil Ortiz was in there though. I think he was a little bit old. No, he was. I'm not sure. Oh, is Virgil from Mexico?
Yeah, he's from Texas, but he's Mexican. Yes.
But did he have like a big amateur background in the United States, or was he in Mexico?
No, he was in Texas. He was in Texas doing
Valdez fought for Mexico then, right?
Yeah, Valdez did, yes. Hey, but I wanted to ask you, what's your take on the Ortiz Hooker fight?
Hold on. Nah, we ain't going that way right now because,
My apologies.
You see, I ain't even do a show on that, Bill, because that's not my thing. I don't get involved in them gossip shows, but fuck, I got you on the show. I got to ask you, who is this kid? It's actually funny, the hunter's being the hunted now. Who's this?
Virgil Ortiz?
No, you. Who's Kid Austin coming for y'all?
Who is he?
Yeah, all right, Bill. He talking about he got footage and he hurt Devin and he called coaches and put him on FaceTime. Man, stop giving me that face like you. He know he want to smile. He know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How many fights he got? I'm trying to remember. How many fights he got?
Do it matter when you always talking about sparring? He said he did what he did in sparring. You always saying don't nobody got no footage of Devin. Can't nobody say shit about Devin in sparring. Now you got somebody talking about they got $1 million.
Was that the kid that Dev used one hand against?
I don't know. You got to tell us.
Yeah, you got to tell us.
I never heard of him till now.
So he fought before the Gamboa fight. He sparred with him before the Gamboa fight, right? Yeah, that was that. Yeah. that was the time where Devin was using one hand slaughtering them guys and getting dropped or any of that or getting hurt or buzzed or any of that kind of shit never happened. But one thing that did happen is that he whooped on him and every sparring partner that he had with one hand, and no one knew, right? And I'm glad he came out and said it because he's to my recollection, a nice little young fighter, right? Who?
Well, they came out and said it. They said because they said they only saying him and his father said they only doing a video telling people what it is because Bill Haney was out there saying Devin hurt this kid Floyd. I don't even how you pronounce his name. Don't make me mess it up, Bill. You know him. Stop acting like you don't know kid.
Oh, wait a minute. I happen to have the video right here. Hold
Schofield?
on.
No, don't just show it like that. You might as well send it so we can put it up on the screen properly. No. Send that. We can't see that. No, we can't see it.
And
what's that?
Just in general, from growing up, like a fun Zoom story.
Oh, that's Lukey. That's Lukey.
So he was part of Devin Haney. Now, Devin Haney is a great champion, I must say. But I think Devin and them thought he was going to be easy. And they put him in with Devin, but Devin had one hand. I think he broke his hand or something during this one right before Gamboa. And he was in there holding his own against Devin. And so they wouldn't spar him no more. They basically said, Devin dad said, if we spar you again, we need both our hands. So that was a good story. So Devin was whopping him low and stuff, but he kept going. So it was interesting. So that's one Jim story that happened.
Okay.
I never seen nobody spar.
Okay, don't get us flagged.
Devin is a true champion. He went in there with a broken hand and still fought. And most people didn't know his hand was broken. So when they judge how he did against Gamboa, that's because his hand was broken.
Okay. So now we know why he ain't knock out Gamboa.
No, because that's not for us to talk about. Listen, we don't.
But it is for us to talk about, though.
Listen, no, we don't need but one hand, right? We need one hand. You know what I mean? And some of these guys, we can come in there blindfolded. You dig what I'm saying? Don't help us.
So why you think the energy changed though? Why he on that interview? What year is that when he talking to Lukey?
That's where he said that. He said that like a month ago, right?
Yeah,
so that's on the
because last week.
But when he was saying, but I'm saying is he said this.
Week.
No, he's changed the story last week. But see, he's a young fighter, right? So what he's bragging on, which I told him, I changed the energy. I said, dog, stop saying that. That doesn't make sense, right? When you're fucking with somebody with one hand, right? You can't get grams. Right? And I've been I'm saying this, we got a graveyard full of motherfuckers but you cannot say that you did anything when a motherfucker got one hand.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
But what about the fact that the real Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Ross, is offering what, $2 million for a 6-round exhibition? I guess you making 3 versus Linares, but you making 3 versus a 3-time world champion, with a lot of experience, been 12 rounds a bunch of times. Like, $2 million to beat a dude in a 6-round fight. Floyd do that all the time. You doing that?
Did you hear Ricky Ross say that?
Oh, they ain't gonna lie on Ricky Ross' name. They tagging him in this shit and everything. Bill, he all up on this flyer right here. AT tagged up. And they got an interview with him right here. Look.
No, wait a minute though. You can't get in the business with no funny money now.
Okay.
We got to make sure the money is good.
All right.
Right? We don't know. Listen, if you're just saying that you're new to the business, you got a young fighter with a few fights, right?
8
you got
fights.
to get in this. We got to see. We can't just see. That's the thing is that nowadays, right? Nowadays, that you feel like that you can come in and you can just say, oh, I got a couple $1 million, or oh, what I did in sport. With the people, you got to back some of this shit up. We need to see some of this shit. We need to, see it, right? Not just. Hold on.
All right. Well, he got a phone call. We got a phone call.
Busy man. Here he is. He's back at it. He's back at it.
Hey. But the thing is being in a great position, and I want all the people to know, and being in a great position for Devin, for these millions to be talked about him, whether it be the 10 million that Teofimo was asking for, to fight him, or whether it be the 2 million that's being discussed about them, or whether the 3 million or whatever. Bro, damn. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
My phone keep ringing, man. My bad.
You're important, champ. Don't stay
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us.
So listen. So what we don't want to do is offend anybody about anything. You know what I'm saying? But we need to see more before we take it as gospel. Before we can say what kind of fighter he is, right, or anything like that. I told him. I said to his dad. I said, "You good young fighter, man." I said, he's cool. I said he's cool. I said the next time when he comes to camp. Right, we're going to use two hands against him because we can't use one hand. That's not something that we do all the time. It was Devin's hand was broke. Right, we never told anybody, but we kept sparring because Devin had been 1 year away from fighting. You see, it was 1 year because of the pandemic. We wasn't going to turn down that. We wasn't going to turn down the opportunity to get millions. Right, so we said, Gamboa, we're going to get in there and do that work. So when his hand was fixed, but we weren't taking a chance. We were letting as long as it possible to heal. And he only threw the fight. He only threw the right hand, right, with authority in the fight. But at the same time, he was a little bit rusty because he hadn't been throwing it, and he didn't have the confidence that he has with it right now. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I was telling the guy. I wasn't trying to undermine him, but I was like, it's like save the sparring stories because people are going to get the wrong impression about the shit, right? And then he said that he hurt him. And I'm like, that never happened.
Well, looks like we got a super chat from Jaime that says, Ness. No. Listen, Ness. Listen. That's you, Bill.
Hey, you know what though? Because you gotta calm you down, Ness. Because you get on the road though. When you get on your road, Ness, I'm telling you, it's hard to reel you in, man.
Yo, man. Well, I'm just happy that we agreed that Devin Haney and Teofimo both agreed to do business for their next fight. Actually, you guys agreed 2 times business, right? Like you said, yo, right now it ain't good to fight Ryan. We gonna wait for audiences. Like that's what Mauricio's saying on y'all name. He's saying that both teams agreed right now is not the time to fight Ryan.
What? No, that's not true. That's not true.
How was it phrased? I'm sorry. How was it phrased? What's the quote, Francis?
Hold on.
He's looking it up right now. Okay. I was gonna get it, but he gonna get it.
Yo, he got.
Well, you get it too, and then I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get this one.
Nosy people get it too. Yo, while Bill's doing that, let me get to a call. We gonna slide. Who we sliding up in here, man? I'm gonna slide in. Intrigue, the Incredible. What up, man? Nothing. We going to my pound for pound, man. What up? Stainless. You got something for Bill on the topic? They ain't ready. I should.
Okay. Yo, you can hear me?
I hear you. I thought you wasn't gonna take the go. I hear you.
Nah, man. I always said it, man. Fortuna is a decent fight, but who is Javier Fortuna, man? At least Linares is been a consistent fighter for a while. We didn't even hear from Fortuna, so I ain't mad to skip Fortuna in that line. He had his. I have to agree with Bill. He had his chance a couple of times.
But it's business, though,
that
right?
Opportunity. Not even past business. How many times I gotta leave the door open before you walk through it?
No, I hear you, but truth of the matter is Javier is in line. And that's what Bill said he respected. He's like, yo, that's the hard route, holding your ground, staying in your position. And that's what happened to Javier. Like, after he passed up his first opportunity, like, damn, I made a mistake. I should have just fought Haney. Now I'm going to just get re-ranked and stay in my spot.
Well, see, that's like his third time, though, right? Because he had the opportunity when Devin was still up and coming. Then he had the opportunity, and he sidestepped that to fight Campbell for opportunity to fight Devin Haney, which is the longest route to a straight line I've ever heard.
Mandatory.
So,
he the mandatory. That's what I'm saying. Like, he the mandatory. Like, is Ryan, who both parties, Eddie and Bill and them and
so just
Golden
for clarity,
Boy,
Ryan's the number one.
Yeah.
Fortuna is the mandatory.
No, Ryan's the number one mandatory. Fortuna's the second mandatory.
Okay.
And because Ryan and them don't want to do it right now without a crowd, that bumps Fortuna up. But somehow, you know, Linares the number 3. He up in there.
I mean, if I gotta pay for a fight, I'll pay for Linares over Fortuna. If I'm being real. So if it's business, then yeah, it's business.
Screenshot. That's impossible, Bill. That ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work, huh?
Nah. It's
if it's business, it's business. But you know what I'm saying? We always talk about that, what I'm gonna spend my money on. You know what I'm saying? That's like that Ruiz Ariella fight. It sounds like they trying to build a bigger card. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Make it worth my money.
So let me ask you.
If I gotta spend my, I think it's still 20 for Dazn. If I gotta spend 20 on Linares over Fortuna, I spend it on Linares before I spend it on Fortuna.
Yeah.
Fortuna's fought what? Robert Easter. Who else though?
Robert Easter, who's a former world champ.
And who else though?
I mean, I ain't got his resume pulled up, but he beat Omar
but he's never been a
Douglas,
champion either, though, right?
He beat Omar Douglas, who was undefeated.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. And that was a good fight. But he's never been a champion, right?
Javier never been a champ. Never been a champ.
And was the first guy to like seriously hurt, or at least to knock down Lomachenko, before Teofimo. Like he's got at least a good resume. You know what I'm saying? He's got, you know what I'm saying, a good legacy behind him that Devin Haney, I'm pretty sure, could take out. You know what I'm saying? I think either way, Haney beats Fortuna or Linares. If I'm being honest, I think Fortuna might be a more difficult fight because of his style. But Linares is a bigger name. And that's what the young kid's supposed to be about right now, is building his name. He's still young, man. He's 21, 22 years old.
So you're giving him a pass. So you're giving him a pass like I'm giving Tio a pass, right?
I'm giving Fortuna a pass because it's already been 2 passes.
You saying he's a young kid, so you giving him a pass the way I'm giving Tio a pass, right?
I'm giving Fortuna a pass because he's already had 2 passes.
But you just said he's a young kid. Why would you call Haney a young kid? What are you talking about?
Because he can come back around to Fortuna. He's still building his resume and his.
So you giving him a pass. So you giving him a pass to build his popularity is what you're saying.
If the yes is what you need to make your point, then yes.
I'm just making sure we all saying the same thing, champ. That's all. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm just glad that we all on the same page, man. We all see it the same way.
Pour honey on us and give the Bear Club. We don't need no pass.
What you mean? What you mean?
Yeah, we don't need no pass.
You getting one right now. You're not facing your mandatory to face a volunteer. That's a voluntary. You wasted a voluntary on Vasil, on what's his name? Linares, man.
Linares, man.
Now,
no, we didn't.
Now when you go to make that big fight, Javier all in the way for that step aside. Javier gonna be like this, step aside money. He gonna be with his hands open. You know it, Bill. You gonna have to fight him or pay him.
Let me tell you. No, you know what's strange about that is that when you ask to step aside, right? When it comes down to making the big fights and making the fights happen, the commission or the organization, sanctioning body, they don't go easy on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't, because when it was time for him to be a mandatory, right? When it was time for him to be a mandatory Ness, you should have been right there. You should have been right there enforcing it, man.
Yeah.
Right? So when he asked them to do something, right? When he asked them to step aside, he thought that it was going to be cool, and evidently it wasn't.
You talking about
Blow it up for me.
Samson telling Linares and them to step aside when he wanted to stop the fight with you, man?
When he wanted to fight Luke Campbell, wanted to fight Jorge Linares, wanted to fight all them guys instead. And just like you say now, right? If they had an opportunity to fight somebody else other than Devin, that's what they're gonna do again.
Hell yeah.
Okay, hold up.
Just
now
like
I'm
Devin.
going to.
Just like Devin got an opportunity to fight somebody more popular than Javier Fortuna, and he doing it. That's the way of the sport. That's the way of the sport. You go for the more popular name so you can build your name and become the A-side. I don't know why we be denying it. What's that? Bill, but the thing is that you got your blurry screen on when you ain't looking at you. It don't let us see the words. It's blurred out.
What you mean it's blurred out?
Man, I'm telling y'all, look, they watching that. Ain't no way we could read it. You gonna have to read it for. I'm telling you, right? Can y'all see that or not?
No, it's blurred out.
How do you make it blurred? How do you make it not blurred out?
I have no clue.
Just read it real quick, Bill.
We believe
read it
you.
real quick.
Read it.
You
man.
believe me?
Man,
Yeah.
Come on, we've been believing you this long. How we ain't gonna believe you now?
Okay. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is certainly a fight which all involved wish to have in front of a large live audience. Ryan Garcia has officially petitioned to one fight before facing Haney with the hopes that circumstances regarding Livegate will improve in the coming months.
All right. So y'all both took an in-between fight. So that means after this, you might be might be fighting Ryan and not
Isn't that what I just said earlier?
No. The thing about it is with Lomachenko, when Lomachenko petitioned to fight Luke Campbell, right? And we thought that when he petitioned to fight Luke Campbell, that we would have action at fighting him because of being the interim champion, right? The same thing when Teofimo Lopez, right? When he decided to fight Lomachenko, right? And then he petitioned that we felt that if he beat Lomachenko, right, he was going to fight Devin. We don't say nothing bad about him. We thought that that's what the fight was going to be. When Ryan Garcia says that one more fight, he needs one more fight, we say, okay, get the one more fight.
But this is my point, Bill. So now if you know Ryan wants one more fight, why not take care of the mandatory instead of doing a voluntary? Because now when Ryan is free or Tio is free, you now got a mandatory.
Because when we didn't get the fight that was the name fight and Ryan Garcia, right? We didn't get that. We didn't get Teofimo Lopez. We didn't get fucking what's her name, right? So when they did that, when they decided to give him, to let him stay at his ranking, he stays there, right? He stays there. He doesn't move. He's still number one. Eddie picked Jorge Linares because that was the next name, a cachet name available. But look, let me tell you this though. Javier Fortuna has been at number one and didn't want to fight. Being number two and wanting to fight was no difference, right? We didn't know that. I didn't know that he wanted to fight like that. Who knew that he wanted to fight? If he didn't want to fight, listen, if he didn't want to fight at number one all those times, right?
Bruh, sometimes people got to be ready, Bill. He wasn't ready. Now they ready.
Okay. But we didn't find out he was ready until we start talking to Jorge Linares.
Until you start getting on the show with me and him and Samson. Come on.
And start talking about Jorge Linares. But me and you had already talked about Jorge Linares.
No. Before Linares was a conversation with me and you and Javier was on here together. Then I got Samson on and y'all talked and y'all said, you know what? 7 days later. Then that didn't happen, so I got y'all back on.
But 7 days later, what I was supposed to do was go and convince Eddie to not have Jorge Linares, right? That's what my 7-day mission was, to go and disrupt that part of the business, correct?
Nah, that's what I'm saying, that you fast forwarding. Your
So
7 days.
So he's saying that they've already been it. Bill's saying that they've been in negotiations from then.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, then I'm definitely confused because the way I remember
you're not confused. You're lying because listen, let me tell you.
I'm lying.
No, listen. Because Francis will know is when he came on, we were only talking, right? Because the last time that we had talked, he had admitted that he had ducked, right? He says, okay, I admit that I have ducked you, right? He was not, listen, Ryan Garcia was the guy, not him. Ryan Garcia was the guy. We didn't know Ryan Garcia was not the guy until most recently. It wasn't Javier Fortuna.
What you mean by that?
After Eddie talked to Ryan Garcia in Texas, and he said, listen, if you don't get Tank Davis and you don't get Pacquiao, then consider Devin Haney. So he said, yeah, I'll consider him. Then he went to the WBC, petitioned to the WBC to have another fight. Mm-hmm. Then Eddie talked to Linares. We started promoting Linares, and then me, you, and Sampson got back on the thing, right? And then he says, we bet 50,000 if we can make the fight happen.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Bill.
I said, okay, listen.
Bill, that's where we getting confused,
I told him, listen,
Bill. Listen,
I bet CYP beat you the fuck up if y'all fight, and I bet 5,000 on that.
Who, with me?
Yes.
I mean, all you got to do is bet less and just pay me my 2,000 and I'll fight him and I'll show you that he won't beat me up. I guarantee you he'll be too small.
Listen.
I want 2,000. I want 2,000. Fuck all that. I want 2,000. If you're going to pay me, I'll beat him up and you're going to see he too small.
Listen,
and he gonna fucking learn. I've been dying to teach him a lesson. Give me the 2K. No, just give me the 2K.
You shit.
We could do it June 12th. We could do it June 12th live on the BPE network. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. No, don't bet me. Don't. I'm the fucking A side.
You're not no fucking A side.
I'm getting.
Listen, that's the one thing.
Name another dude out here. Name another YouTuber out here, podcast host out here that got this many spars on there with professional fighters. Fuck all that. Everybody want my scalp. You got to get this scalp. Fuck that.
The one thing that happens.
2K. Let's get it. 2K.
Okay. Let me tell you, the one thing that happens with Latin guys is the first thing they learn is A, and they never hear about nothing else. The first letter of the alphabet, A, and then it's B. Mm-hmm. You want to be A, right? Because you think you A side, but you're not A side.
You crazy. How I'm not A side?
You're not A side, right?
If I'm not A side,
it's a regular fight.
You not A side.
It's a regular fight.
How?
Oh, hey, listen, Francis. How? They all want to say they're A side, man. That's the first thing. Hey, A side. I'm A side.
Bill, first of all, I got 4 fights in this little series we do. So I'm absolutely the A side.
I haven't seen one of them.
All you gotta do is look them up. Secondly, I got more sparring on YouTube with professional boxers than any other journalist out here. Thirdly, it's
I bet 2,000 on. I bet 2,000
Bet 2 on them, but you got to pay me too, cause I'm not no free fighter.
I wouldn't pay a quarter to see.
You know. Well, hopefully, CYP.
Bill, hold on. What happened, Bill? Here's what happened. You know the reason why Ness got that energy is because they've been wanting to fight and they've been talking about they both big enough that they should get paid. Now here's what happened. You jumped out the window without a parachute.
He said 5,000.
Hold on, Bill.
What do I win?
Wait.
Every time I fuck with y'all, listen, I bring it and I don't get nothing. I have no reward.
Tell you what you win.
Have you ever heard that you got to bring ass to get some? You dig what I'm saying? I bring my ass, right? But I never can leave with none. You dig what I'm saying? Now, let me tell you this though. So I'm going to pay Ness to see Ness get his ass whooped by
as the promoter. So you got to pay me.
Oh man, I just will come in as a promoter.
You the one trying to pitch the fight. You trying to pitch the fight. You trying to pitch the fight.
Jumped out the window and said,
"Hey, Francis."
You jumped out the window and you said, "CYP, whoop that ass." That said, just like a leg croc. He said, "Got him. Come here.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna show him all them little chest muscles ain't gonna mean shit. All that athletic background he be talking about, all that track shit, I'm gonna show him that he gonna fucking run in the ring is what he gonna do. You in the ring with a fucking 6'5" heavyweight, Papa. And look, Bill don't gotta pay because listen. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. I always told CYP he could pay. Bill just jumped out there. So if Bill want to pay to see me do it, amen. But if CYP really brave, don't he claim he rich? Don't he claim he well off? Pay the fucking 2 G's to get this fight popping.
Okay, let me ask you this though. So okay, what do I stand? Paying you 2 G's, then what do I win after?
Well,
you get to see either.
You get to see what you wanted. You get to see what you wanted.
Hold on. You see that laughter you having? You get to have that shit live.
Yo, you get to see what you wanted, and the 2,000 is just for me to ensure my training camp for 8 weeks. Because now I can't work as hard as I do. I can't do 3 shows a day because I got to train for CYP, who is a gold medalist in track and field. He's a coach that has Olympic trainers and all that greatness. You know, I got to take it seriously.
Yo, Bill, you get to walk around the audience taking bets from everybody. That's what you get to do. You get to walk around the audience. That's what you get to do. Collect bets.
Hey,
collect bets off everybody.
One thing I know about coming to the Boxing Voice, this is a tough panel. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, it's a tough panel, and I always welcome
we
it.
ain't got
but
no
I'm
main
tell you
event,
on this
Bill.
one,
That's a
I'm
main
gonna tell you
event.
on this one.
Hey,
no, thank you, Ness.
Hold on.
You
Bill,
got me this time.
Bill, hold on.
You got me this time.
Bill, hold on. I got an offer for you. Super chat from Bama Bo said, I got 5,000 on Ness, and I'll give Ness 1,000 of my winnings.
Yeah, but that ain't no upfront money. I ain't taking no back end.
So that's Bill.
I'm gonna tell you.
I take that side money, but I still want my guarantee money. I got to take a training camp. I'm gonna have to work less.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Ness. I'll tell you what. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Just come work with DHP because you are an extraordinary businessman. You are trying to get me right now to pay you to watch you fight, bro. Can you come over and help us over here?
I would absolutely love a job. I would handle the social media. Let's get that CBD. We got to get the CBD line popping, man. Ain't nobody talking about that. I would definitely take a job. Let's go. Chance.
I appreciate it. But when you and CYP do get in the ring, I'm buying a front row seat, right?
Yo, Bill, you walk around with all that cash. What's the 2 G's for you? What's 2 G's for you?
There you go. I'm telling you, y'all gonna talk me out some money, and I didn't come here for this.
Hey, Bill, if you hear CYP talking, CYP said Ness is old. He's too slow. He don't got hands.
No.
I'm gonna beat that. I'm telling you, CYP talking that shit. I swear to God.
Easy.
Ness, I don't know. You might get me back talking because especially from the town. He from
all
the land.
CYP got to do is give the people what they want, man. Pay like he weigh, man, because he ain't ranked, so he don't deserve an opportunity just like Fortuna don't. He ain't got no fights. He ain't never fought.
Have you seen CYP?
I never seen nothing.
I never seen. You seen him on the mitts?
I never seen nothing.
Hey, Bill. Bama Bo said you know what? He'll cut year 2. He'll give 1. You give 1, he'll give 1 on the same day to Ness.
Not same day, up front, right now. Get my guaranteed money to me, like all A-side fighters, man. Listen, get my guarantee to me, man.
Yo, how come we ain't?
I accept Cash App and PayPal, man.
He A-side, bro. He said he A-side. See, that's what I'm talking about, Bill. Everybody A-side, man.
No. But there you go. That's the delusion in him. He want to duck the fight. How the fuck you A-side? You never fought.
Oh, he said he'll
how are y'all talking about A-side and B-side, man?
He said he'll take B-side to make it official. He did say that he'll take B-side.
Okay, that's right. That's why I see YP.
Now all he gotta do is do everything he tell other fighters to do. Take that short money, get him, pay Ness, and we gonna get this fight popping. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, CYP.
We streaming.
I'm going in the ring with you and I'm coaching you. Come on to Vegas and let's put in some work. Yeah, that's right.
How you gonna bet? You gonna bet against me and you gonna train him? What the fuck, man?
Let me tell you. CYP, all we need, give us 5 weeks together. Give us 5 weeks. I ain't even gonna ask you. Give us 5 weeks together.
Listen, man. That's fucked up, Bill. You gonna train a man to beat me, huh?
No, hey Ness, you my man, but listen, CYP, that motherfucker be cooking, man, and the shit that he be saying, I might learn something when he come up here, man.
He gonna learn something. He take that fight.
Hey, when is the next Border Wars?
June 12th. June 12th.
12th. Ness.
He gonna learn the difference between 200 and 250 real quick.
Ness, are you gonna give me ringside seats?
Hell yeah! What?
You a VIP,
All right.
ringside.
All right, I'm coming.
I'm gonna take care of you. Francis will take care of you.
Yo,
I
gotta tell you though. I gotta tell you
coordinator, so I got you.
The location is in Wisconsin, Watertown, because this is gonna be our first venue.
Oh, I thought it was Miami.
Nah, we did Florida already. We just finished that Saturday, March 13th.
What's the closest city? What's the closest city to Wisconsin? I mean,
Milwaukee. Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How far is Milwaukee?
I gotta find out. But the reason we going there is because we trying to get out of the gyms, and this is the first time this is a live venue. It's a bar, so we'll have indoor, outdoor. There'll be women, you know, with the waitress, you know, the little trays, bring you your bottle service, DJ, live smoke, laser. So this the evolution, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my Eddie Hearn on, man.
Network though, don't forget the network.
Yeah, and the network.
Who is the promoter?
Oh, I'm the promoter, man.
You already know.
That's
so
why
you gonna have me. Wait, you gonna have me pay the promoter?
No, well, that's the thing. I actually announced retirement.
You the promoter.
No. I announced retirement on that Sunday because I want to focus. I retire Francis too.
Yeah, Francis, I'm done.
Everybody on the team got retired because we
got mine right here. Look at mine.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you focus it. There you go.
I got you.
Yeah, take the back off. So yeah, I retired everybody on the team because now that we got this network deal, we got to work, you know, diligently and focus on putting out a great production. You know what I'm saying?
So technically, you ducked CYP?
No, absolutely not. Never.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Oh, that's a good, yeah. IBO check. IBO is a real organization.
Absolutely, they my boy. They sponsored us. They sponsored us.
So you technically price yourself out of the fight and then retire.
No, absolutely not. That's not what happened.
Because how much did you get paid for your last fight?
I mean, none of my purses are disclosed. Because this is why, Bill, listen. Because what I get on paper, listen. Like Devin, what I get on paper is different because I'm the fighter and the promoter. You know how that works.
All right. But you do. Hey, let's not accept that. But you do want your biggest payday to fight CYP though.
Yeah, because I understand.
Yes.
Listen. Like Canelo, I understand that the dynamic of us two will make for a big pay-per-view. But him versus like, you know, Daniel Jacobs, it ain't gonna sell. It's me. You know?
Wow.
Just like when Gennady fought Jacobs, it didn't work. But with Canelo, it worked. I'm Canelo. He's not.
Bill, you don't know what you just stepped into. It's like when you walk in and you step into shit. Like
absolutely, I see that. I see. But guess what though? Me and CYP, we gonna put together an event. You know what I mean? And we gonna bring you out of retirement, and we gonna bring you over there to our show, and then things is gonna change. CYP,
listen.
Come to Vegas. Come get some work. Come get some of this real work.
You saying what I said? Look, he said they gonna put together an event. They gonna bring me to their event. So basically, you paying me? Just pay me now.
Hey, listen. No, because we're going to do what you're going to do. We're going to let the seats and we're going to let everybody else pay you. We're not going to get pulled in.
But what you mean? So you telling me I'm going to fight CYP on your show and wait for the night to be over? Like, why don't get no guarantee money?
Is CYP a draw? Do everybody want to see? Do they want to see y'all fight?
I think there's a significant amount of people that might want to see it.
Okay. Well, there you go then.
And I think that if it was official, then we can build it even more because he's a good talker.
Shit out of it.
He's a good talker. You know, so like right now it's just a thought and people want to see it. If it was official,
but by you being a promoter and by you looking for the opponent, when you're looking for the opponent to pay you, you are no longer the A side.
Mr. Haney, I forgot to tell you that he's also.
I'm not looking for the opponent to pay me. I just got a price for that fight, just like Canelo got a price for the Gennady fight, right? Like that's all. Like
he's also affiliated with Coach Larry Wade as well. That's a close friend of his. So
who? Oh, CYP.
Yes, that's his very.
Oh,
very
you in trouble.
friend.
You in trouble. You in trouble, Ness.
He's looking to reach out to Coach Larry and get into camp. Like that's his close friend. So they're track buddies.
Hey,
isn't
Coach
CYP
Wade.
been
Coach
from day one?
Coach Wade is a hell of a conditioning coach. And CYP, give me a call, man. Hit me on the gram or have Ness. Ness probably got his number. Give CYP my number, Ness.
There you go, just like that. But no, they really wanted to get this fight going. It's a big fight, and they got to get paid. But they want it bad. Both want it real bad.
CYP my number.
It's like I said, man. It's like I said. The longer we wait, the more the price goes up. Right now, I just
Hey, you
sparred.
in trouble because you got Larry Wade, by the way. Now, sorry, I just had to tell you.
You know Mike Polite Coffee that just knocked out Damani Rock from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I don't know him though, but I know that Damani Rock got knocked out though.
I just sparred him. Like it's just posted on like my
profile. But he's being
my profile
keep
growing. My profile keep growing. You know what? I followed the Devin Haney plan. That's why I'm shocked. That's why I'm shocked that you trying to train CYP. I'm following the Devin Haney plan. I'm out here sparring. I'm sparring Sean Porter. I'm sparring Deion Nicholson, the Equalizer. I'm sparring Mike Polite, and I'm putting that sparring out just like Devin Haney did, and you ain't respecting my word. That's crazy.
But see, Ness. But see, the thing about it is if anybody that's being conditioned and training with Larry Wade, right? You got Caleb Plant, you got Sean Porter, right? Them two dogs, right? Then you got
I sparred Porter, man. I sparred Porter. That's what you're not listening to, man. I sparred Porter, man. Like,
does CYP smoke?
I don't know. I don't think
How many
so.
rounds? How many rounds?
He a track star.
No, he an athlete.
Track star.
Oh yeah, you not no.
He a track star, Bill. You know better than anybody. Running ain't boxing. You know that.
We need to make this fight happen, Ness. This need to be your last fight, man.
Listen, man. If the time get to 10-10, the price going to 2,500, man. I'm not playing no more. Because
CYP said, Ness, the team you don't know the team he got ready for you, bro.
So you got a team for me. You thinking about me, huh? I got you already. I'm already in his head. You got a team for me?
If he's training with Coach Wade, then his stamina is gonna be up to par.
If you call DMing, coaching and training, then then, man. But he ain't over there with Larry, man. He ain't over there. He ain't over there, man.
He said he ain't over there with Larry.
Nah, man, he ain't over there.
You hear him, Francis?
Nah, man.
Yeah, he talking. Listen, listen. They be communicating back and forth, sending gifts back and forth.
Listen. Let it be known that we almost done with this podcast. The price is just not going up. Cause I just wasted 40 minutes like promoting this dude.
He come to knock you out. Forget that. He said he coming for KO.
I just promoted this dude for free, so now y'all got to pay for that. The price is officially gone up. I can't. Yeah, now more people. Yo, my own listeners gonna be DMing me like, yo, who's CYP? Like, I don't fucking know, man. You know. But yeah, man.
Absolutely, man.
Download the BPE app, because if it ever happened, it's going to be live on the BPE app, because I'm signed to a network. Once again, why I am the A side. Again, price went up, man. 2,500 right now, man.
Hey, listen. Absolutely. But, bruh, the Border Wars, man, and what you guys are doing, man, with this show is amazing. I can't get enough of it. Every time my girl, she over there, like, come on, like, every time when I see you guys, I started, instead of texting you, see I'm sending super chats out of respect, dog. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what y'all doing. Win, lose, or draw. Let me tell you, guys have amazing platform. You provide opportunities for fighters to get their message off to the fans, man. I appreciate what you guys are doing, and I'm gonna come out and support on June the 12th in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Long as it's close to a major city with an airport that I can get up out of there after.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, MKE is the airport code. Milwaukee Airport. Milwaukee Airport. Yeah.
I appreciate you, Ness.
Appreciate you. Don't go. CYP want to talk. CYP. CYP. All right, well, all right, Bill.
Ness, you in
there
trouble,
you go.
man.
There you go. There you
Listen.
go.
Yo.
You sound a little muffled.
Hey, yo.
There you go.
Listen.
There you go.
As grown men, I'm telling you. If y'all can hear me, let me know if y'all can hear me.
We hear you. We hear you.
Listen to me. Listen. I'm sitting next to my wife right now. You listening? Everybody listening?
We listening. You know you got 45 seconds.
Listen, man. I will take that fight for the next Border Wars. I'll have a 5-week camp out there with Ray. We can get it done.
All right. Well, then you know what my purse
There you go,
is,
Ness.
man. You know what my purse
Don't
is.
start stuttering now, Ness. You got to fight. Accept the fight. Accept the fight. He just challenged
Proof
you,
of
Ness.
funds, man. Proof of funds, man.
He challenged you, Ness.
Proof of funds.
Do it for the people.
Yo, Javier Fortuna challenged y'all, man. Proof of funds.
Seriously, get the TV audience to raise that money.
Proof of funds, man. Come on, man. Yo, Bo and Bama, what up? What up? What up? He want to put, at least Bo want to put a G up front, man. Let's go, Bo.
One of the fighters is going to lose, and no matter what, Don King's going to win.
That's the way it's supposed to be. It's in America, man. That's enterprise. I didn't like the rules. I revolutionized the pace of boxing.
As bad as I feel like I want to just say something, right? And I probably won't because she's sitting right there too, right? I want to say,
come on, Bill.
I want to say I got 1,000, Ness. But you know what? When you played that Don King thing, right? I just put my money back in my pocket. Man. You see what I'm saying? Right?
Yo,
Bo, what up?
Yeah,
Bo?
that's my intro, man. Greatest promoter of all time, Don King, man. Still alive and breathing. I give my flowers while he here. But yeah,
yes, sir.
I got 1,000 up front. I can send it tonight, tomorrow, whatever, and then I want to put 5 in escrow for me and Bill Haney. I ain't a big shit talker or nothing. Y'all know that. I'm a humble guy, but I heard that. I back the fighter and promoter Ness. So yeah, and it's much love to CYP as well. Call of the year 2020. You know, hard year, but he still got that.
Listen, I'll tell you what. What weight you fight?
Oh shit.
I ain't the fighter. I'm the pound for pound list, and I also work alongside with some people on the company box as well. That's what I do.
Okay.
Now we was talking about money. What's up with that?
Nah, he don't want to make that bet, man. He don't want
That's
to
what
pay
it sound
me.
like.
He don't want to pay me.
Yeah, no.
But
you ain't paying him. You watching him. You watching him get the win. You ain't paying him.
Listen, if CYP called me and tell me to make the bet, then I would have to, man, because I'm supporting CYP, man.
That's
I'm
crazy,
getting behind
Bill. You out of control with this one.
I'm getting behind him. I'm getting behind him. If he called me, bring him back on. If he tell me to make this thing happen, man, I'm gonna make it happen.
So Linares is gonna win
then. Let's do it.
So Linares gonna win and
no, baby, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hell, yo?
See, listen, you got my girl. They trying to take our money, man. They just by any means. I started out spending $4.99, $5.99. I'm up to $1,500.
5,000.
Oh man, goddamn, man. Hey, man.
5,000. That's what you said. You said 5,000.
Up in here, huh?
And I back.
CYP said, "Let's do it, man." He said, "Let's do it, Bill."
I put the 5,000 up for. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bet.
Hey man, y'all a tough
there
crowd.
There you go, man. See, I'm telling you, it's now 5 extra minutes. The more I build this fight for free, the more I got to get that money in somehow.
Ness, if you go up anymore, I'm gonna know that you don't want to fight. You pricing yourself out.
Listen,
Francis,
listen.
Guess
what, Bill? Bill, guess what?
Listen,
Bill. Guess what? You said the same thing about Teofimo when he told Eddie he want $10 million, but look, he just got 6 point something, man. Speak it, believe it, receive. I thought Wilder told us all that.
Hey Ness, if you got to fall out with everybody to get the money, is that called good money? some money is bad money, man. Some money ain't good money, man. All money ain't good money. That's if you got to fall out with everybody.
Counterpunch, stainless.
Who's falling out? You the one.
I mean,
you the one trying to train somebody
if
against me.
If
I
you got to
ain't
get
even
6
know.
million, if you got to go get 6 million, and you're gonna fall out with,
well, that's different. That's different. They trying to hold them back, man. They trying to hold them back. They ain't no fallout. They trying to hold them back.
Bill?
It would have been easier. Listen, it would have been easier for me just to say yes, huh? For the 1,000.
You really stepped in some shit because everybody's pouring the money on Ness right now. They coming in with the $1,000 for Ness.
Yo,
but Ness, but hey, Francis, but Ness don't seem like he wanted because guess what? Guess what? He got. Listen, all right. Well, how many people are going to just put up the 2,000 to give Ness to make the fight happen?
Ain't nobody putting it up.
Listen,
until they put it.
I'm going to provide training and supplements to.
Damn, hey Bill, man.
I'm gonna have him right now. I'm gonna get him right. Now.
Yo, you out here tripping, man.
Yo, look at that.
Listen,
that's crazy, man.
Listen, he gonna have Coach Wade, and he gonna be sponsored by Snack. You see what I'm saying? Because he got to get in shape.
Nah, now we gotta do Vada. Now we gotta do Vada. The silver.
Yeah, well, listen, you Vada. If you want to do Vada, Vada is it. But Snack does not. Snack is straight above the board with anything that they got. You know what I'm saying? Right? Ain't nothing but a little man in the can.
Willie Monroe might have something different to say, man. I don't know. He was on some Snack before the Jermall Charlo fight.
Mr. CYP said he sent you a DM. You must check it.
Okay, I got
it. He's serious.
Damn, side DMing. Yo, y'all double teaming me, man. Bill, that's crazy.
Super chat from the real Niger chick from the UK. She said, I'm with Bo. Bama Bo. I'll put 1K too. My money's on Ness. And I think Stainless wanted to counterpunch too, Ness.
Hey,
Stainless,
CYP
what up?
say make the fight happen. I'm 100% serious.
That's good for him.
Yo, you.
Somebody just got.
Yo, you can hear me?
Hold on.
Somebody got to get serious with that 2,500.
We got enough money already on the. We got enough money in.
Where's that? Where's that?
Huh?
Where is it at?
Yeah.
Put them on the phone. They want to see it and they ready to put the money up. So let's make it happen.
We'll see where the money at. Where the money at?
Let's go ahead.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I got 100 on that right now. I can have 200 on that tomorrow. You might want to check the back call. Between us and Bill, we already at 2,600, bro.
Hey, man, get that money to me. Somebody get it in the Cash App. Don't act like y'all don't know it. And if it drop, we got ourselves a fight.
All right, let's get a deadline on that. I actually got two counter punches. That's mine, and then I got another one for CYP because I need to get him back in so I can get some more of that smoke. I love that. Go on with it.
Let's go.
Come on, man. Unite. You see what the fight? You see
back
what
call
did
unite.
Already? All you got to do is accept it now. Do you accept?
Once that money cleared, Bill, you know how that works. You know how proof of funds is, man. Come on.
Yo, get everybody out there. Get that proof of funds in there by 9 a.m. Friday morning. And let's get this fight popping.
Super chat real quick, yo.
Now we got CYP with a counterpunch from Stainless.
Okay. All right.
Yo, listen. Everybody listen. I'm very sincerely want to say this from my heart. I appreciate y'all believing in this fight. Y'all know that's the only reason I came onto this show was to whoop Squirt's ass. And it'll be a dream of mine to get in the ring and whoop his ass. All that shit he talk, he gonna have to back that up. Finally, he knows he afraid of me, but the money gonna make the man. The money gonna make the man, and I'm gonna see you in the best shape I could ever be in, and I'm beating your fucking ass. CYP.
This nigga in shape too. I'm looking at him. What's that? This nigga in shape, dog.
Yeah, he in shape.
He don't even need no supplements. He already in shape, dog.
Yeah, he's in shape. Muscles ain't winning no fights last time I checked.
Intrigue the Incredible says Francis, Bill, and Ness announcing the fight. Fire emoji. Hashtag Bordeaux. Get me a fight against a bud tender after Wisconsin.
Let's go. So
did you accept? Did you accept?
I mean, when that money clear, you know how it worked, man. Proof of funds. I mean, I don't know why you keep laughing at all.
Okay, but I'm saying this. How long You already got half the money that already came in, didn't it?
Well,
one guy said
tongue to cheek game ain't nothing to me.
Let's calculate. Tony Solano says, I got 2 G's right now. Let's get it all. I need is a back end percentage.
Who's Tony Solano?
Salgado or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Put a deadline on this. Friday morning, 9 a.m. Friday morning, 9 a.m.
The Cash App is
Ness
right
better
there.
have that money.
The Cash App is always right here, man. All you got to do is say that, man. Matter of fact, let me help y'all with something, man. Let me help y'all.
Fuck you, pay me.
Let's go, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? When that shit come in, talk to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Is the deadline. Friday's the deadline.
Let's do it. But we got
Francis.
some callers here.
What's up?
Francis, are you gonna make sure the money come in? You calculating it, man? You got it.
Of course,
how
I'm gonna make
far
sure.
are we away?
Right now, we already on target. We already surpassed whatever we were asking for.
So
the
you
money just keep coming in. But the only thing is that Ness got to hit the account with the zeros and the number in front.
Y'all can't
and
be
he starts
counting,
training.
y'all counting
And
fake
I started
money,
promoting. I started making sure the VIPs are, you know what I'm saying, get what they got to get. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a summertime. That's a beautiful show. That's a beautiful show. We got, Ness, listen, do you know how many people want to pay to see you in there, man?
Hey, man.
You know,
hey, all they got to do is pay. Ain't that what I've been saying from the start? That's all they got to do is pay, man.
No.
But let me get to the score right here. We got Hawk in Maryland. Hawk. All right, Hawk is in.
Man, everybody go follow CYP, man. Claim your position, man, and you'll see what I'm looking at. I'm telling you.
In
I'm
DC.
telling you. What I'm looking at. I'm looking at somebody that's ready to go, man. He ain't just talking. I thought this guy was just talking, man. This dude, an athlete, man.
Hey, Bill. Ness's left hook is mean.
K-boxing.
Is it Francis?
That left hook is mean on Ness. I'm just saying.
Have you dropped anybody with you? Seen him drop somebody?
Dropped. You gotta go check the tape. You gotta check the tape, Bill. He made wives jump in the ring and say, "No more, please, no more."
Man, send me something, man. You ain't sent me nothing, man. Send me something, man.
You riding with the other side, man. What I'm gonna send you for? What I'm gonna make you a believer for now? You ain't choose me, man.
You got some fights. You got some fights on here, Francis. I gotta look at. Let me study my. Let me study the competition, man, so I can have him ready, man.
We got J-Mac. J-Mac, what up? Counterpunch.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Hey, you should do $100 pay-per-view. I don't know what this money thing you're trying to. I don't know how this go. I'm not about to say.
We can't do $100 pay-per-view because we on BPE. You know.
No. Well, you know what I'm saying. Do $100 watch, whatever. I'll put up $100 to watch that. And I ain't never put up no $100 for no pay-per-view. I'll put $100 to watch that. However, I'm gonna lean with the CYP. I'll put up maybe 5, maybe a G on him. I'll take a bet with somebody and stuff like that. And I will also extend my services as well, since I was the trainer of the year on this show last time. So I got CYP on it. I got CYP on that.
And you gonna train him as well, J-Man?
Dang.
Hey.
Turning.
Wow.
No,
it's good to see. It's good to see how people really feel about you, man.
Ness,
it's good to
screw
see.
that. You go down there to Coffee's gym and you talk to Coffee and you get your work in.
Listen, I don't care about
Smiling
all
for a reason.
that.
I ain't tripping.
I don't care about all that. It's just good to see, man. It's good to see who your friends are. But listen, that is everybody in all the super chats, right? Let me double check.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you, Bill, as always, man. Let us know when you get that location, that we can announce.
Absolutely,
We got
bro.
one more on the
Appreciate you.
way out. Bo and Bama says, I will send upfront money to Ness if Bill confirms our $5,000 back-end bet.
Good brother. No, thank you. I'm gonna be working the event. I'm gonna be coaching CYP, and I need to concentrate on coaching.
He already
and not
got
worry about the
J-Mac,
bet.
man. He got J-Mac. Y'all can't have that many people in the corner,
listen,
man.
I'm gonna be in the corner with him, so I can't concentrate on watching somebody if they're gonna walk out with the money.
let me just confirm that you gonna be in the corner with him. Are you sure you gonna be in the corner with him?
Absolutely.
All right, the price is now $3,000. You know,
hey man, I'm gone.
Because they stacking the chips against me.
Have a good one, man.
They stacking the chips against me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this like when Floyd was fighting Pacquiao and he went and got motherfucking Alex Ariza. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Man, if you keep talking, the price gonna keep going up.
Yeah, Bill.
Hey, but listen, I promise you guys, in June 12th, we won't be doing anything. That's going to be the summer, man. That's going to be a great show, great opportunity to come out and see you fellas and mess around, man. So count me in.
Man.
All right.
Yeah, we appreciate it, big brother.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
You too.
Be good.
Ladies and gents, that is everybody and everything from what I can see. I'm double checking the list like Santa, but I think that's it.
Hey, real
My
quick,
Gene
Ness,
Bell.
Checking it
everybody out there that loves the Border Wars, make sure you go down and download the BPE app.
Yo,
it's
you know
dope.
what? I think it's
it
the
out.
BPE Network app, right?
Yes.
Network. Yeah. Sorry. I checked it out. It was dope. It's definitely worth it, and it's free, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, check that shit out, man. We
It
doing
is
big
free,
things.
man. It is free. Support us over there, you know, and definitely download that app. We got my Gene Bed. Talk to me.
Yo, Ness, what's good, brother?
What up?
Yo, so I hate, bringing race into boxing. I hate this thing, but, because it's just boxing. It's an international sport. Who really cares about what color a fighter is? It's just what they do in the ring. But that being said, how many, see why people are saying, well, Roy Jones, B-Hop, how many real Mexicans do you know great Mexicans weigh 160 pounds, 175 pounds? There is none. You know what I'm saying? They're more known for dominating the lighter weight classes. I mean, in my opinion, Salvador Sanchez and Finito Lopez are the best Mexicans of all time. Not De La Hoya, not Julio Cesar Chavez. So it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter about race, in my opinion. But this is coming from somebody that is not African American. I don't understand how they feel. So, I can't really talk about that, but I'm just talking as a boxing fan and what I feel and, why I watch the sport. I don't watch it for anything, any race reasons. I don't root for anybody because of their color. I just love the sport, period. But anyway, J-Mac, I got Ness on that fight, so let me know what the bet is. I'll talk to you later.
704 with a super chat says, yeah, I'm still lurking around. Salute from the gang. Hey, Ness, I owe you a little boomerang change, champy. Hashtag sniper gang. JB Cinema says, here is my pay-per-view. Ness, A-side. Trey Miller, did we get to that? Bill, tell Ness he ain't the A-side again. Laughing out loud emoji. Ness, here goes my second fight donation.
Yeah. Benitez. Shout out to James Benitez, man, for the love.
We got...
Run it again to make sure we don't miss nobody.
Oh, we missed that one. He said, Intrigue said, we need Bill at Border Wars. Put him on the mic and let him co-host with Ness. Hell yeah.
Dude, I've been trying to ask Bill if he got 6 minutes in him, but I couldn't get a chance. Bill got 6 minutes. Bill, who we got with Bill?
Jose Alejandro says Ness versus CYP on the Devin Haney undercard. Now we talking, man. Now we talking.
Yeah, that's big money.
Yeah, man. All right, that is definitely all of them. All right, fellas, catch us on the next one. This turned into a 3.5-hour show. Lord have mercy.
We was cooking,
man.
Peace.
Yes, sir. You know you can catch me, man. Next up, Sports Talk, NEXUP Sports Talk. Also, who was there?
Intrigue.
Oh, he want to fight. Let's talk about it.
Intrigue. What up, my friend? You still there?
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now, no extra days. Your time's up, goons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
What up?
Hey, is Bill still on?
Nah, he gone.
He did.
Oh man, yeah. I had a question for him. You know what I mean? I had a question for him, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I was just gonna ask him what he thought. You know, like when it's all said and done, what he thought the highest weight class Devin Haney was gonna end up at. I wanted to know that, and then I was just gonna ask him about Brandon Lee. You know, because I'm big on Brandon Lee. What I see when I watch him fight, he got good boxing IQ. He got power. He can crack. And I just wanted to, since Devin sparred with that Brandon, I wanted to see if he thought he would be a champion at 140. That was the two questions I had for him. But hey, check this out though.
I asked him those questions, but he ain't answering like the way you
Yeah, because it was kind of long-winded, so he probably got lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? It's all good.
I actually broke it down to two parts. So I did your question.
I know, but he did say that Brandon Lee was, you know, he said he respected him and Boots. He kind of answered it in like speaking on all the up and coming fighters that he.
So, you know, I felt that, but I was gonna like get specific about Brandon Lee, but on that Border Wars, man, after Wisconsin, man, I started my training camp today, man. I'm getting back in this shit. I'm back from Mexico. I'm with my trainer, man. He trained everybody in the A. I'm back with him. You know what I mean? It's my homeboy. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, you find me a bud tender, and even if it ain't a bud tender, you know what I mean? You find me somebody.
You better stop saying that. You know, Stonebone was trying to get in there with you the minute you said that.
You know what? I'll fight Stonebone, but I don't really want to fight Stonebone because I like Stonebone. But I'll fight him. If that's who it is,
You're
and
pretty
if that's
tall though. You look tall when we met. How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Okay.
6 feet. I'm 6 feet. But you know, I mean, I'll fight whoever.
Want to rubble with Stonebone?
Yeah,
I think Stonebone and you ain't in the same weight though, because you look thinner. What you weighing?
Shit, I'm weighing like right now. I mean, I ain't hit the scale, but like before I came from Mexico, I was like 185. But I've been
probably. I mean, the thing is that when you work out, you probably gonna lose a few pounds, but because he's definitely, I think 210. I think is what he said. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he way heavier than me now. You know what I mean? I've been working out, so I don't know what my weight is.
It's weight loss. He can come down.
Yeah,
like, come on.
If I was to guess, I'm like 178 right now. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. I ain't stepped on the scale, but I know my hips. They got them way smaller. You know what I mean? I'm doing everything. I'm doing cardio, weight training, sparring. You know what I mean? I'm doing all of that shit. So, you know, you put me in there with anybody. I don't care who. If it's Stonebone, I mean, I'll fight somebody bigger than me. It's nothing matter.
Nah, it got to be weight classes though, man. It's weight classes, you know.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm saying I'd be great. I do what I'm asking Bud to do. If he can't get a fight at 147, go at 154, fight Jermall. I do the same thing.
Yeah,
and there ain't no problem.
You know, your first fight needs to be your first fight, man, so you could, you know, get that one out the way.
Man, but I'm telling you, man, my training on a whole nother level, man. I'm doing some whole nother level.
Well, you know, I mean, footage. Always
helps.
Yeah, footage always helps, man. We just put out some footage of Esteban Angulino looking amazing. Y'all should check that out on Patreon. We trying to see could we get Esteban back in there.
Let me ask you this, Ness. Who the champ at what is it? What's the weight class above 175? Who the champ at 175?
No champ right now, man.
Champ right now.
It's vacant.
It's vacant. Just got some fighters over there. I guess Ant is in that division with his missing weight ass. He was 170.
Light heavyweight.
Yeah, but that's
he just fought, right? He just fought, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What weight class did he just fight at?
170, which is really 168.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah. He about the size that I am. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn! You think you ready for Ant? You crazy? Ant is like experienced, man. You definitely need to put tape in so we can make sure.
Nah. Nah. By the time, like I say, I want to fight him Wisconsin, but after Wisconsin, that it's gonna be a whole nother level, man. That shit, I could have did some, man. I'm just gonna leave it like that, man. I fight anybody.
All right. Well, there
Fight
you
anybody.
go. We'll see who calls you out now, Intrigue. We got heavy-handed edition, JP Long Beach, for the Fire Show TBV. And then we got Mr. 704 that says a little TBV money. And that's it. That's it. Damn, Big Nick. Well, why everybody trying to always get Mario killed, man? My man just said he 185 and he's 6 feet. But I get you, though. That is Mario division. Mario better lose weight, man. Mario retired, man. TBV retired until further notice. Unless, like I said.
So big like that happened. I'm looking for something like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for one of them fucking paydays.
Yeah,
so
man.
anybody trying to fight me, I need one of them paydays.
Yeah,
Shit, better be
man.
nice.
It gotta be worth your while, man. Like we just got a network deal. I gotta make sure that this shit pop off right.
Shit to do, but
you know, like
Oh, this gonna go off right.
That is
This
every.
go
We got another one. He says, and this
it's
is Mr.
heavy hand
704. He says, with heavy hands sending, I'ma send just to support.
Spending, man.
Oh, spending. I thought you meant sending.
Spend
I'm
just to
dyslexic
support.
for real.
Yeah.
I thought it was a game. I'm really be reading my own shit. Yo, it's over though. Next GTO. Damn, almost 4 hours, man. Y'all better love us, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Future, present, past. It helps with the visibility of the show. Yeah. Let's do it. Peace.
Yo, everybody out there, make sure you do me a favor. The whole Boxing Voice family. I hope everybody is doing well. Come check me out at Moore's house on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and share. And hopefully, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Yo, for those that don't know, this name down there is the Cash App. That's why it's got the like neon lights. It's like, you know, in the liquor store, you know, from the bodega King Born. That's like the Leon is like Nest GTO, the cash, the dollar sign, all that. That's what that is. Show Kid with the late super chat, sending some love. Said, damn these disloyal fools. I am my brother's keeper. Come on, young Ali. 4 fire emojis. Let's go. And then we got Mr. PBC coming in late.
Yep.
Nigga, I ain't in late.
Man, you in late, man. I seen when
hey,
you
play
jumped
my
on.
fucking song, nigga. I paid for that shit.
I don't know what you talking about, bro. You paid for an intro. You ain't pay me to play it. I play it because I fuck with y'all. Y'all forgot that. You paid for him to make that
man,
intro.
don't get heated, man. Just chill out, man. You about to get $5,000.
Yeah.
But
I like you offering me 5? Because you know that's how Tio did it. Speaking, believe it,
nigga,
receive
hey,
it.
can I know you trying to duck my speech, so let's talk about Canelo and Bud.
Let me turn the clock on for this guy.
Yeah, start the clock. And he right. He ain't fought no black fighters. When I mean black fighters, I mean slick. No, slick black fighters. Daniel Jacobs ain't that nigga. We all knew that. Niggas I was watching a fight with knew that. And they asked me, was that my man? I was like, no. He was just a runner-up. But I'm definitely with Bud with this. It's been a long time since I agreed with Bud. So today I bought a T-shirt. Bud Crawford.
You bought a Bud Crawford T-shirt?
Yeah.
Which one you get? The TBC one?
Something like that. But I'm definitely with Bud on this. Canelo is scared of slick black fighters. He will get his garbanzo bean broken. And he definitely needs that Ryan Garcia route, safe, way home, around all the real ones. And hopefully he makes it through and survives. Because, you know, Biv was talking about coming down. Billy Joe's going to knock him around. And
we got Molato with the super chat that says, how much we got to raise for you versus CYP? Well, with all the free promotion I did all the hundreds of thousands of millions of listeners around the
I
world.
get paid too. I was hustling too. Yo, you gotta drop
10,000.
Hold up, but like
when the money hit the Cash App and we can count it, we'll let you know where we at.
Yeah, and the thing is that like with all the free promotion we did, once this podcast hits iTunes and iHeart and Spotify and the millions of people that download this shit hear it, you know what I'm saying? We did our job. We promoted it, and if right now on the live show and on the back call, people talking about, oh, we got 2,600, even though I ain't getting no Cash App. But you know, imagine when the download people, because that's like, you know, that's the beauty of this show, man. You know, people like to, you know, compare us to YouTube channels, but it's like, you know, we're a podcast, man. So we're on iTunes and iHeart and Spotify, and it's a lot of people that don't use YouTube, you know, that they're just podcast listeners. And that's why we got all those beautiful iTunes reviews. So shout out to everybody that drops a 5-star review, keeping us #1 for many, many years on iTunes as the highest rated boxing podcast. But let me tell you, there's some other people coming up. I ain't even on front. So I need y'all to continue to drop those 5-star reviews, man. Like Chris Mannix starting to get up there and shit. I'm like, whoa. But yeah, Mulatto. And then we got Heavy-Handed Jay that says, now, Mr. 704, you know I can't let you outdo me. Oh, shit. And then 704 came right back and said, hey, Heavy Hands, spend some beer money with me. All right. So they super chatting back to backies.
And the Heavy-Handed Edition came back and said, you know I drink craft.
We got Mulatto, and he says, my money hit the Cash App. Let me see what he sent, man. Let me see what he
Hold on,
sent.
you skipped that one, man. Mr. 704.
Oh, he sent 20. I was about to say, I thought he bought me out. I seen a 2 in the text. You know how when you just see the note?
Yep.
I said, what? Did he buy me out? Did he buy the contract out? Like, what? Yo, but yeah, that's it, I think. Unless somebody tells me.
704 said, hey, light, heavy. What? Hey, light, heavy hands. Let's go, champ. It is going back and forth spending money.
We got Twin that says, yo, what a show. Y'all had me. Laughing out loud emoji. Shout out to Bill making Ness versus CYP happen. And now we got, I think,
highlight to my credit too, man.
James Payne Leatham.
Spend my money too.
Oh, I guess not. All right.
What's good? What's good?
What up? What up?
What's poppin', man? Wonderful show. It was epic edition of the Boxing Voice radio podcast. All that good shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna talk shit and see, you know, try to get some advice as far as what Bill Haney would suggest and some of the things that Devin doing as far as improving on his footwork skills, endurance, and stuff like that. But man, y'all got me excited like a motherfucker for the CYP versus Young Ali.
This is what I'm saying. All this free promotion I'm giving this guy.
Yo.
He ain't even got to fight, man.
Yo.
This dude living off my name.
Y'all made me go to Instagram. I'm like going Instagram while y'all talking.
Exactly, because you never followed him before. I just got him followers, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The dude is living off my name, man. That's why he needs to pay, because he's living off my name, man.
I seen one with a little blue chick. He got about 41,000. Is that him? He had some dreadlocks and shit. He look in shape, look like he played football or something. Is that him?
He run track.
Well, see, that must not be
track
him.
Coach. No, that's him with the dreads.
Nah, this dude had on a San Francisco 49er jersey.
I mean, that's probably him, man. He very in shape.
Well, all right, that was well, I follow dude, so if it ain't him, I'm gonna follow him. But you know, and I was already following you. So, you know, let's put that fight together, man. I want to see that, man. This a big time fight. I would actually pay.
Look at him lying on. You should unfollow him talking about I didn't get one extra follower.
Well, shit. So that wasn't him, the blue chick. Shit, I ain't gonna follow no fake people, man. I want to follow the real people, man. I'm a real deal official, man. I'm trying to support real people.
He getting clout off my name, man.
So like, what you gonna do, man? Did they put the money in? I'm trying to see.
No, they ain't put no money in. You, man, you look. The biggest Cash App we got was from James Benitez, and that was $50. And the next one that followed was my man Mulatto. That's $20. We got $70, man. That shit ain't even worth my time, man. Smoke that shit in a day.
When you turned the heat up on Bill, man. Bill had to try to get the pressure off of him, so he tried to flip it on you. He didn't
threw it on
listen
the
to
people.
He know you and CYP got a little smoke. Y'all making a little brisket over there, so he tried to flip it on you. But man, that might be he be stunting too much. He count hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's 2 bands? What's 5 bands, man? Gonna be a sponsor. This is James Payne Lethal is just asking, making a request, because it says if you don't ask, then you don't receive. Mr. Bill Haney, you and Devin Haney, why don't y'all sponsor Border Wars? Why don't y'all be the sponsors for it? Why don't y'all help out these young black men, these young men of multi-ethnicities, multicultural, man? We trying to go worldwide with this thing. TBV is more than a podcast. It's a way of life. It's a movement. See what I'm saying? Like, we changing lives over here. We encouraging people to get off the couch and to pursue something. I've been in the gym down there every day with aspirations of one day competing in Border Wars. I'm changing my life. Everybody around me telling me they see changes in me, weight loss and things like that. I'm putting my pants on. They starting to fall off of me. I gotta go shopping. I ain't had to do that in years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. I haven't even had the privilege of participating yet. And then I'm looking at people like Francis. He been baptized in the waters of Border Wars. You started Border Wars. Doomy been baptized. Casual been baptized. Mario, even Mike. You see what I'm saying? And Mike, that's a special situation. So that means he really had to be down for the cause. And it's so many, dozens more. And I'm just craving my opportunity to get there. So this is a lifestyle. So, Mr. Haney, if you listening, if you could just give these brothers a shot, I am so convinced that you will not be disappointed. You might even be impressed with the dedication and the effort and the collaboration and the tireless continuation to pursue one goal of having a successful event. You might be so impressed. There could be other opportunities that could manifest from the co-partnership of TBV and DHP. So that's my humble request. If you could just consider it. And if you yourself can't pursue it, if you know somebody else in the boxing community that's successful and that would like to take a shot, we all take risks every day. But some risks are more certain than others. And I really don't think that you'll be disappointed when you bet on TBV. You're listening for a reason, because you see something on this side. We won't disappoint. Pretty much all I got to say.
You the champ.
That boy preaching. Preach, champ. Preach.
We got 704. Mr. 704 came back and said, where them light hands at, JP? And then the heavy-handed edition came back and said, yeah, deserve it. And it looks like Mr. 704 came back and said, yo, Lil Hands, where the beer money? And then Killer Kells and Cali came and said, heard y'all got a fire show. Can't wait to download and listen on the playback tomorrow at work. Peace. See, that's one of those downloads I'm telling you about. Heavy Handed came back and said, I ain't got my taxes yet. So shout out. Stick Talk Boxing. You talking? Did I get to? Oh, he's not in. All right. That is everybody. All right. Oh, Info Joe slid in. They trying to. It's this West Coast. They trying to. Man, my wife gonna see. This is why I don't like you doing late show. Telling you, the East Coast and West Coast.
Tell them the truth, yo. Tell them the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo, what's up, my boxing brothers? Man,
Joe,
shout out
up?
to the boxing
What
guys,
up,
man.
Joe?
Like
What
you
up,
said,
Joe?
well, what up, my brothers? I was fortunate to be baptized myself, man. Hey, get yourself baptized, man, at least one time in this Border Wars thing, man. It's going down. It's going to be on the BPE network. So, you know what I'm saying? I think this could be the best one, Nessa, man. I'm liking that CYP versus Ness, man. is hyping everybody up, man. This is gonna be. I think it's gonna be the
Of
fire
course,
one,
I'm
man.
the
It's gonna
biggest
have all the
name. I'm the biggest name in Border Wars. Of course, I'm gonna hype y'all up, man.
I'm number 2.
Yeah, man.
This dude trying
At
to
the
get
right
followers
time.
off me, man.
At the right time, because we're doing it how we want to do it this time. You know what I'm saying? All the bells and whistles, the DJ, music in between, the whole nine. It's gonna be hype, man. I'm hoping everybody, some more people sign up to join, man. We gonna just try to bang this one out the best, man. But
Hold
I'm liking
hold
the
up.
hype behind this.
Hold up. I'm getting breaking news that the Brotherhood is on and he's going to call J-Mac out for Border Wars 11 in Wisconsin.
Say what?
Brotherhood.
What?
Brotherhood. Is Brotherhood on the line?
Where's the Brotherhood? Step to the microphone.
Crucial. You got to unmute.
Step up, Brotherhood.
You got to unmute, man. Oh, he ain't unmuting, man. He ain't unmuting. I guess, where you heard that, Francis?
I never heard that. Who told you that?
What, man? You don't look at the chat?
Nah, I didn't see the chat, brother. I'm like multitasking over here. Sorry.
Yeah, nah. You ain't really multitasking if you ain't see the chat. Boom, boom. I intrigue boomerang.
You know they not serious, man.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, all I'm saying, man. Hey, give me a fight, man. Like I say, man, I ain't gonna boost me up, but the right hand like water,
Yeah, but
man.
you saying get a fight for the next one, not this June,
Yeah,
right?
right hand like Wilder.
I just started my training camp today, man.
Yeah. So you mean for the next one? We don't even got a date yet. You just gotta get right.
Yeah, for the next one, man. And if I can help you, like get some type of shit down here in Atlanta, because I know it'll be super fire. You had it down here, but
Yeah,
you
I
know,
know. But that venue you sent, that venue expensive, man. I seen them prices. Them things ain't no joke.
Nah, it ain't. But he got. You see all the shit he gonna give you. You ain't got to worry about Wi-Fi. You ain't got to worry about the mics. You got the DJ. He got all of the shit covered. It ain't like
He even does the catering. I definitely looked at it.
Yeah. But you know, I'ma holler at him when y'all come down here. Let's just do this next. When you come down here, let's just go and holler at him.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm on the line. What's up?
It'd be better, like, you know, I just take you to a spot, you holler at him face to face, and then see what we can work out, you know, like that. Because if I just tell him, like, hey, man, my man want to do something, he'd be like, oh, yeah, here go the price. Like, he real cutthroat with that shit. But, you know, let's go meet him, you know, one-on-one. You know what I mean?
All right, definitely. Intrigued. Let me get the Crucial. Crucial, did I get wrong information, or you want to fight June 12th in Wisconsin, Watertown, against J-Mac? Oh, man. I guess we going to do this another day, man, because y'all taking me in the OTT to the T. Crucial.
That's best calling him.
Bruh, I ain't eat dinner. Fuck. It's only 7 for them out there. Nah, it's just turned 8. Crucial in Colorado, where it's only 8.
I'm out of here.
Where it's only 8 and shit. Come on, Crucial. All right, yo, we tried like mad times. Crucial,
where you at, man?
Crucial.
You want to fight or not, man? Like, what's going on?
All right, we gonna get that one going next day, man. Yo, next day, y'all, man. Peace. Damn.
Yeah, we out, man. You already know where to find me at, man.